What? Waffles motherfuckers Discourse 69 reshake.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back. Hello, Twitch chat. I'm late. We had some tech issues. Some minor, actually, some horrendous tech issues. Don't worry about it. Do not be alarmed, for everything is fine. We are here. I hope you're all having a lovely day today. Galonia's getting waffles. And Galonia, thank you for the 74 months. Fucking hell, dude. Thank you so much. Enjoy your waffles. You said it was like a holiday? What the fuck is Waffle Day? Explain this to me. What is Waffle Day?
Oh no, my stream schedule is ruined. But what if I disguise my lies as tech issues? Delightfully devilish Kyre.
Ah, yes. I ski. Eldu. Thank you for the 55 months. Hello, Eldu. Thank you so much. I hope you're all doing well today. Misty! Good morning, Misty. And Colombia, congratulations on the first. Well done. Neffy! Hello, Neffy. Good afternoon. Skeleton. Good evening, Skeleton. Balthazar, good morning. How is it going, everyone? Kensei, good evening. Good afternoon. It's afternoon still. The world is ending. Everyone get your waffles and prepare. Wait, get in the waffle shelter? Waffles is over. It's some holiday to celebrate some old saint or something. Finally, religion that makes sense. Why don't I have Waffle Day? You have my permission to have Waffle Day. You can have Waffle Day of your own. Right now. I hereby grant you permission. You might hear random noises real quick. Don't worry about it. Do not be alarmed. It's just me preparing something. All right, everyone. Originally, I wanted to have a look at the Shadow of the Road alpha today. The alpha is out right now. You can get access to the alpha right now. It is public. Go check it out. I couldn't get it to run. The fucker kept crashing. It kept on crashing. So, we're not doing SOTR today, unfortunately. We'll be doing it at another time. Unfortunately, not today. That does mean we get to play more Dark Deity 2. Aha! That means we do get to play more DD2 today. Before we do that, however, the title update 1 video is out. The title update 1 video is out, and I'm gonna watch it. And I'm gonna make that your problem. I'm going to make that your problem. Because I'm going to watch this right now. Aha! You weren't prepared for that one, were you? I don't know how loud this is going to be. Who fucking knows? Okay. New area? Is that the hub? Is that the hub area? Oh, that's fucking nice. I've never given a shit about, like, the hub areas, but that looks nice. Yo, is that bowling? Oh. Wait, proper food? Oh my god, proper food is back. That's already the best update they could give us. Mizutsune? Where are the other three, though? Mizu we knew about. Great, love it. Oh, new bubble mechanics. Cool. That's just an oof. It's become a bit more athletic, I see. I knew it! I fucking knew that, ooh, a threat beyond tempered was just gonna be arch-tempered dog shit again. Yay, gamma sets, I suppose. So that means the Mizu in this update doesn't matter because no one's gonna make its fucking armor set. Because we're getting our arch-tempered armor sets. Okay, gamma set, here it is. There's the Zoshia refight we've all been waiting for. Okay. Second free title update. That's the summer one, right? I hear water. Hey, look. A Legiacrus. Okay. Yeah, we knew that. Okay. Oh, here. Hold up. There. So, Thursday, April 3rd. Cool. Pretty early. Mizu, Grand Hub. The Grand Hub love that. Zoshia, don't much care. Arena quests, do not care at all. Seasonal event, April 22nd. Blossom Dawns. Okay. Wonder what they'll do with it. Hopefully we'll get something cool, especially like cosmetic stuff. Then we get Arch-Tempered Radar. Oh, it's not even part of TU1. Oh, it's not even part of TU1. Huh. That's a bit shit. Like, that's a bit shit. So that's its own update with one dumb fuck that we have to not a fan at all. End of May. Capcom collaboration. That could be cool. Other additional features, we obviously don't know what that means, but Capcom collabs have historically been, like, really nifty, right? And then Plan for Summer, Legiacrus Plus. I don't want to talk too much about, like, the data mining that we have, but we knew Lagia was coming, not just because they've, like, shown the thing work, but because there is, like, an entire hidden spawn area for the thing, right? That's already in the code. The basic thing was basically half finished already. Okay. Yeah, I'm just not excited for Arch-Tempered monsters. I think they're lazy as fuck. I do not like Arch-Tempered as a concept. I think it's just really, really boring reuse of nothing. And it's an update with one monster. That means this isn't even worth a stream, right? That's not even worth, like, a content stream. We can do, like, an evening where we do, like, viewer hunts hunting this thing over and over for 5 hours. Hurrah. I can guarantee you after about an hour at most, we'll have all the materials we need. That annoys me. The Grand Hub looks fucking cool. That's great. Arena quests have always been content. I don't enjoy that, but it's content nonetheless. Zoshi and Mizu are cool. Unfortunately, both of them will suffer one big problem. There's one big hurdle that these two will face for being relevant, and that is, do they hold up to the current armor stats that we have? Unfortunately, because in the past they have printed offensive stats on armor, if these don't have equal or better offensive stats on armor, they just won't matter. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So they can either give into power creep and give them better offensive stats on armor, at which point we have the Silver Rathalos problem again of late worlds where Silver Wrath armor was what everyone built because it was the most damage. Or they don't give them anything, at which point you fight them once to go like, hey, cool fight. And then there's only like intrinsic motivation of, hey, I want to get really good at that fight, but for no extrinsic reasons, right? You still run Odogaron. So do I, Neffy. Odogaron armor is some of the best armor in the game. Burst is one of the most broken skills. And it's not you still run auto armor. You run auto armor because it's that good. Or at least the burst skill is that good, right? So like 1 or 2 pieces auto is almost always going to be the case. My standard set is 2 pieces auto, 2 pieces gore, and I forgot what the last one is. Because it gives you all of the everything. And you can run that set on every weapon, by the way. Like, there's not a weapon where you can't run that on. Sure, burst on something like a greatsword is a bit stupid, but it still works. Like, you still get the initial buff, you can't stack it too high, but it scales with your fucking move values anyway, so who cares? I don't know, as far as Title Update 1 goes, a threat greater than Temperate Monsters isn't in Title Update 1. Unless that's Zoshia. And then, yeah. I mean, I called it. I said, hey, they're going to give us Arch-Tempered again. Oh, so exciting. Dog shit. This is nothing. This year's nothing. This might be cool. Festivals usually are, the area looks nice, and then we get like some sort of cosmetic set for it, or maybe sometimes we get like a weapon that's really nifty. This is cool. I like it. This is nothing to me. It's annoying that this is here, to be honest. It's hard to say no to free content. After all of these updates are free. But whatever. This is barely like a reason to like launch the game again, if you ask me. Bah. But Mizu, Zo will at least be interesting. Zo was also expected as we didn't have an Elder Dragon yet. I mean, Zo was expected because we didn't have an armor set for it, and there was no refight for it. That's, like, the reason why Zo was expected wasn't because there was an Elder Dragon. They explicitly said they wanted to move away from Elder Dragons. And even then, under strict definition, Zo is less an Elder and more a Guardian creation. Although I reckon it could be both. It will function as an Elder, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let me not be mad at Monster Hunter today. Overall, it's cool that we're getting free content, right? Like, the bottom line is cool that there's free content. Wish it was shit that mattered. I wish it was stuff that mattered. After TU1, obviously. The TU1 stuff looks cool. The hub looks fucking nifty. Really, really nifty on first glance. All right. That out of the window, out of the way, onward. Crafted Elder Guardian. I mean, I suppose, Craig? Yeah, right. I mean, technically the Crafted and Guardian is redundant because all the Guardians are crafted. But, be mad, I need amusement while I farm Temple. I'm not mad enough about it, though, is the problem, Eldu. Also, Temple as in Warframe Temple? Fuck, I haven't played that update at all. I looked at the Coda weapons and was like, I don't like any of these. Whatever. And I looked at Temple and was like, I hate the way this thing looks. And I've seen screenshots of the amount of effects it puts onto the board. I can do without it. I've yet to go back to it. I mean, obviously I will. But the fact that the new Coda weapons are time-limited affairs again, instead of like the Lich thing where you can just go grind, does not make me happy at all. You can buy, what, 1 per cycle? 1 every 4 days? Stupid. This is typical DE stretching out content, not with more content or things that are interesting to do, but just like time gating stuff. Like, very cool, thanks. And then they're also randomized every week as well. Like, fuck off with that. It's the tenant melee weapons all over again, right? Only that those are even more annoying. I'm not in fact trying to get my own place of worship. You should! You should! Treat yourself! Start by courtesy, grab it when it rotates, I suppose. Yeah, that's still not fun, Eldu. That's just gaining more login days from people for no benefit. What's the fucking point? I want to do things at my speed. So I can't now binge this, get all the weapons, then level them. Like, not only do I have to wait for the right weapon with the right, like, status to pop up, because I might want this weapon with, like, heat, right? I don't want this with cold. So I need to wait for the right thing to cycle in, and then I can only buy one per week. Fucking cool. Rolls eyes, groan. Tech new stuff is easier than liches and sisters were to get. The difficulty isn't the problem, Craig. Neither sisters nor liches were difficult. Both of these, we've made builds that one-shot them, right? Like, it's... While I'm not the biggest fan of the lich and sister content to begin with, I think, Sister's probably a bit less so than Kuva liches. Mostly because the way to get a sister is a bit annoying. Or more annoying than Kuva liches. But then the resolution is better than liches. I don't know, give or take. Not the biggest fan of the content to begin with. At least there is no time gating outside of how quickly you can finish it. And you determine inheritor and everything. Less annoying. Is it though? I don't know. I don't know how the coda stuff works, so. You can now change elements if they are 140. Tell me more, Alex. Do you get to just switch the element on it once they're level 40? Is that what you mean? Because that would help. That would help a lot. That would also be stupid, but okay. That will mitigate a lot of that with an extra add-on. Which costs what? It costs what exactly? I don't know. Well, I'll get to like rap. Oh, blah. Okay. Honey plat or rap. All right. I'll get a couple of runs going for currency soon. Need Razor to be in the mood to play Warframe. That's really it. Usually Razor and I make our own little like farm squad and then we just kind of go. Fuck, like if I wasn't so interested in Dark Deity 2, we could do that now. But nope. You switch it anytime you like. You just need the add-on once. You just need the add-on once. I see. Okay. That's actually not that bad. We farm because I'm learning Warframe still. You can join us. Just join us. Alright. I'm being very mad at various video games today. This is going to be a great day. Let's go continue Dark Deity at least. So, last time we started messing with systems and then I had to leave. So, today let's finish messing with those systems. That's what I want to do. And AJ! Hope you're doing well, AJ. Big number good or this joke's bad? So the last map we played didn't go well, right? The last map we played did not go well at all. At least it didn't go well enough for my liking. We did not get that coin that we needed. And I don't see how many coins we have anyway. There must be like a thing somewhere that says, hey, you have X amount of coin, no? I don't see that. Do you see it? So we have 2 promoted. Both of these came pre-promoted, obviously. I need to remember Shadow Step. I do need to remember that this exists. This is huge. 20 dodge for 2 turns after using an ability is a lot. And mind you, her abilities are good. So... Interesting that poison isn't in... Where is poison? Oh, Grimstroke. That's what it is. I'm just dumb. So, first aid. She has first aid. Okay, what do we have in terms of... We have a Fortitude Elixir to increase forage. We're not going to touch that just now. Here's our stockpile there. But can I see my reagent stockpile to upgrade ability somewhere? Is this it? Do we have 3 of this? Seems to be the case. In that case, self-buffing fleet, fleet feet seems insane, no? Kashos is in a Yu-Gi-Oh player. What do you mean? Hey, Deozim, can you recap what happened after chapter 3 in the story? You mean the fight we did yesterday, Deozim? We don't really know, right? So after we... There's like a route split, quote unquote, right? Like you decide to help one of 3 factions. So after we chose the neutral, big quotation marks, church, we decide that this is not all of them. We have a strategic advantage. We could march on Haven. Haven is the city that that we had the fight in the map before, the chapter 2 one, that they took. So I think we're about to march on Haven to take it back, and they said like take it back in the same day that it fell. And I reckon that's all that happened, no? I think that's all that happened. So I don't know whether this means it costs 3 or we have 3. That's the first problem that I'm having. I want to be able to self-cast this, not gonna lie. You can only have 1 active, and it costs 1. Okay. Isn't the amount of coins in the green tier -2 thing where you chose the upgrade? Well, yeah, this might also be the cost for it, Alex. I have no idea. It turns out red indicates whether you have it or not, and it costs 1, and then this is the item that you need. But we don't have like a bag. We have an inventory, but the inventory can't show you these reagents. So we have to do it via this, which is fine. We have 1 for the magic stuff, and then we have 1 for the flame. Call the Storm is something that I thought was really cool. Maximum damage mastery scaling. This only really does something if we have a lot of mastery. Reduce mana cost, and damage reduced by 50%, so that makes it spammable. Really, the ability that we use the most is Healing Touch and Lunar Reeve. And both of them have separate upgrade costs. Make it cost 60 but heal more. I think we're just gonna go bonus mastery, right? No, we're not gonna pick any of this. Hold up. So, right now, our mastery bonus is 5. This would give us like +2 healing for our upgrade slot. No, let's not do that. Tells me the enemy army hasn't moved away in less than a day. Like they couldn't have physically gone far. No, they just started spreading out and then we beat them back and now we're falling upon the city. This is just flat out +4. But the +4 is static, right? Like we'd much rather have the 40% mastery scaling here. That is already +4. And then scaling higher. Range +1 could also be gigantic. Have Lunar Reef have a range of 3. We can do a lot with that. And the damage it does is already relatively... This is already like half a unit, roughly, right? I'm gonna grab range. This at range seems tremendous. And then we need this material to grab another upgrade. Is respeccing free? Spend 300 to return the upgrade item. Yes, it's not free, but it's free-ish. I really want to go grab this. This could be a lot of self-heal. Like, we hit for a reasonable amount on Gwyn. And everything else here is pretty boring. Let's go get self-heal. Riodan, command Woof. Defense reduction by 5. Removing up to 6 defense from enemy. That's a lot. Remove 11 defense by just, like, hitting a guy? That's kind of crazy. It's free enough to experiment with, you're entirely right. I don't think the mastery scaling by 20% matters. It doubles... No, doubles fuck all. 1 plus 100% mastery and 5 plus 20%. But that's only damage mastery scaling. The thing we care about is the defense ripping here, and it doesn't do that. This barely adds anything to it. Yeah, let's make the shred like hella defense, right? We need the fire for anything else. We might need the fire for something else once we get our advanced classes. Maybe we save one. But we spend the other green. We have 12 mastery on her. That's kind of cracked, right? Hey, Krembo. No idea yet. You know what? Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Inventory. Let's see whether we have any weapons. That's just the relic. I think we equipped the one we found. The ceremonial cleaver is the crit one. The short sword was worse. Yes. Runes, runes, runes. We do have a rune for Alden. Which we found out is based on the weapon itself. So the runes for this are different than the runes that go into his base weapon. Damage on follow-up attacks, counterattack damage. No, none of the above. We might just go accuracy. What I really want is something that helps us Lunar Reeve. Or that might maybe mean that we don't do anything with the weapon. Because Lunar Reeve is so instrumental to what we do. Nothing here matters to us. We might as well not waste the runes. Yeah, we might as well not. Shop time. We can buy more essences. There's the Astro coin. We can buy one. Stock says one. I don't know when the stock refreshes, but I reckon it refreshes once per map, so we should buy this out. Runes, weapons. We can also flat out buy other weapons. We should. This is just a lighter, but otherwise not much greater version. Knife. 7,880. Don't love that we don't have direct comparisons here. 6,580. So that's just an upgrade. Let's go get a knife. We have a longsword, we have a longbow already. We keep the rest of our money. Just in case. Valeria. Inventory. There we go. Knife. Okay. You can craft a ring now. We do have materials to craft a ring. You're absolutely right. We do have materials to craft some rings. Let's see. 20% ability effects. That seems cracked. Every death on the map heals the wearer for 2 HP. What? The fuck? Defeating a foe grants 25 dodge for 1 turn. That's cool. Defense and fortitude equalizes. And taking damage reflects heavy bleed equal to 8% of max HP. Also really nifty. We put this on like a soak tank. We put this shit on Gwyn. And then what was bleed again? Bleed meant they were just taking damage when they attack, right? That, or they would just take damage on action? I don't quite know. I think we're gonna pick up Lava Ring and put that on Reeve. We could pick up Lava Ring, put it on Reardon, and see whether it changes the ability thing as well. Overall, we don't have a lot of resources, so I don't really want to fuck with this too much, because it seems like a waste. But this seems really strong if you put it onto, like, a smaller ability like the Armor Shred. This also matters. But right now we're not killy enough, right? From combat, yeah. Like, when combat, then take damage. That's the bleed, right? Calamity Ring could be so good as well. Let's go make a Lava Ring. There's also an argument to put this on Saxon to make the AoE do more, right? Is there a way that we can see this? So let's say I put this on. And we go... Cold Storm is 2 tiles maximum 19 each. Okay. 16 each. That does work. That does work. Okay, 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 okay. So Riordan right now is 6. If we give him that, what does that change to? Goes to 7, yeah, okay. Put the shit on Saxon for the damage effect right now, and let's go. Calamity Ring is great if you can consistently one-round enemies with individual team members, but becomes a lot less useful when enemies get tanky enough. It depends on how the time to kill shakes out, Marks. When Calamity Ring is the one that heals you, if enemies can like consistently hit you from 100 to 60 or something, Calamity Ring becomes much less useful. If you have someone like Vesta from the first game who at most takes like some minus chunk damage and you get to off-turn enemies consistently on multiple other people, then that's a lot more important. It's not whether you can one-shot enemies, it's a lot more about whether you can reliably avoid big chunks of damage, whether you need the chip damage to be healed. Right now, we definitely don't. Right now, there is no chip damage, there's only, like, apocalypse level of, oh my god, my health.
There's barely anything left but a smoldering ruin.
The dodge on kill looks insane. The dodge on kill is what Marksman is saying.
Let's go over the plan.
The dodge on kill matters once you start one-shotting
I'm
enemies.
still not too sure about putting our faith in the Chosen like this.
We have to. We won't have any help for this one unless Enid comes through for us. And we can't do this alone.
And you're positive that Azvarel is going to retreat?
Their front line is completely disrupted and they're in unfamiliar territory. They don't have any other options.
I don't like it. We have no guarantee anyone will show up.
If no help is coming, then we'll just have to make do with what we have. Or would you prefer we flee?
Look, just because I don't like it doesn't mean I'm not on board. You're here, so I'm here. That's how this works.
Riordan.
Anyway, let's get into position.
Good idea.
I mean, this is a geography jump scare, right? Like, they're in unfamiliar territory. Suddenly, geography! Woo! Haven Manor.
They're here.
Ooh!
So many of them. How are we supposed to...
Slow and steady. Corridor by corridor. Oh my god, the experience. Ooh. Ooh,
By
darling.
fighting. Hard. We've tipped the odds as far in our favor as we can. All
Have
that's
we?
left is for Gritania to answer the call.
Have we really?
This will be a bloody battle.
Yeah, I love it.
It might be. But I can't think of a finer group of fighters to put my faith in than all of you. So come, repay that faith in kind, and let's win this thing!
So, one
Hey,
thing that...
Don't
Oh,
go stealing all the glory.
Must I always stick my neck out just to keep those two out of trouble?
Well spoken, Gwyn. Just like your father.
unfortunately, I know how this
Put
map
it all on
starts.
the line for a backwater town like mine. How could I not fight alongside them?
I don't like
That's the spirit. Now, let's make the Order proud.
it. You should probably hire a strategist. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. So, defeat 25 foes, win by turn 10, and heal 120 HP. So there is a time limit, even though there isn't a time limit. I don't know what these give is the problem, and I would love to plan for it. Let's see. We see loot there. Drops an astral coin, so we must have this one. We must seize this anyway, so we will kill this one regardless. Drops a focus rune. Drops a flame essence. Drops one ruby. We're angling this way, right? There's two loot chests over there. We're gonna try fighting through this. That drops a knife. We just bought a knife. Fuck. Drops a life essence. Okay, so how is this map gonna go? 28 and 25 health. Allies within 2 tiles gain dodge and 1 range. So I reckon this always starts with us AoEing, and then it continues with us standing here hitting, seeing what happens. Winning within 10. Like, I'm a bit annoyed that we turned off turn limits, and then it gives us a turn limit. Admittedly, as a secondary, not as a loss condition. But still, was that necessary? Apparently the answer is yes. Whoever we can before turn 10. It depends which reward is more important, Marksman. It depends. I can't see that right now. But it depends which of these two rewards matter more. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There is a world in which we can get both, but I'm not super confident in splitting armies right now when we really don't have anything to split. Let's do this. So, we gain 2,000 gold and a bow rune. A bow rune is worth a lot less than 2,000 gold, right? The runes are all 500 or 1,000? Just said on 99? Yeah, that's correct, Skeleton, that's correct. 2 crystal essences. That matters, that matters. Alright. So these guys are in range. We're going to try to not aggro this by just not
Let's
being
get it
there.
done.
That's the big plan.
I can do this. Stay down.
Lightning! This is a hit we're about to take, and I don't think we get around that. But we do get block off of this.
This one's mine!
Gwyn, this is unnecessary. What did she do to you? There's our block. And now... threatened. This tile is threatened by a mage. In other words, this tile isn't threatened. We could start Lunar Reaving here, because we want to build up Lunar Reave, right? Every time we use Reave, it gets stronger, right? You looked at Gwyn funny? Stole her old boyfriend. Speed, dexterity, mastery. Mastery is wonderful. Mastery is exactly the stat we need. I will happily have that. Next line, we could sit here if we wanted to. How slow do I want to play? How slow do I want to play? Because I can never interact with these without dragging all of them in, right? That's just not a thing. So in return, instead, what is this? Oh. Oh, I see. These do have more movement than that. And this one has a lot more movement than that. So does this one. So this isn't valid for just fucking about with.
Orders.
Who, me?
There, that keeps most of the squishy safe. Not the biggest fan. Let's see what happens. Said Gwyn looked fat in the armor. How dare! That's a 10er? Come on, give me a 33 dodge. No, never mind. That means we now have the chance of getting doubled up by that melee guy up there. And that's exactly what's happening. However, as long as we don't crit here, we're fine. We do not crit, that means he doesn't die, and then we get hit by the next guy. So we should be golden here. That's only a 43% dodge chance. Not in love with that. We're less dodgy than I thought we would be. Much less dodgy than I thought we would be. Of course, we didn't use an ability, that's why. The good news is, this leaves us a lot of room to heal. And we do need to heal a lot of health for the secondary. Remove Idiot.
So powerful.
Let me catch you up.
Let's get it done.
How does this fare? This doesn't do all that well. So let's not do that. We also need to make sure that I do not aggro this guy. And I do want to almost always heal here for the secondary. Get Valeria Sacred so she gets the needed zoomies. We also get her an HBG, yeah.
We need to move.
This is a commit we can go through, right? This is almost always fine. And then We can... Oh, no, we can't stab. We are stuck on stabbing. We can punch.
Let's get it done.
Or we can... Not from this position. We'd have to turn around at the bottom. What is this gonna look like? That's fine. I think we have to do this. Remove guy. Get a lot of XP.
Way to make it happen.
And then we Alden here. Alden does not kill, which is exactly what we want. He's still level 8. He's still massively over-leveled. He's still got all the stuff from last game. And then we Gwyn them down. In fact, I do kind of want to feed Gwyn kills whenever I can. Holy mother
all
of
the strength I
fuck!
can get.
Lady! Nice. That's the type of stuff I need to see. Ooh.
That sound.
What?
Reinforcements?
Oh, fuck.
Ours or theirs?
Good question.
Children of Sildarin, I have heard your challenge, and I come now bearing an answer.
Fuck no!
I am an instrument of Ezen's will. For too long have I interpreted that will to be of our stagnation. I see now that we must fight, lest the light of hope be strangled by our own cowardice. So fight we will. For Haven, for Cretania, and for Ezen.
And for massive
Can't
fucking
believe it.
loot.
She
Ooh, ow.
actually came.
Looks like we might stand a chance after all.
Press the advantage, everyone. They've nowhere to run.
Actually, they have a lot of places to run to. Okay. So Enid's here with all of the idiots. That means this becomes very clearable. I reckon these aggro priests aggro on everything, right? I'll leave that to them. We could swoop in and grab this loot. Don't really have an opinion on that. What I do have an opinion on is this here. So we've got 19 power. We take 6 from this guy, and we do have block up. We also have something else. We're heavily weakened. We're heavily weakened.
Good call.
What if...
Don't overdo it now.
we deliver onto them their end? The biggest problem is that blocking only happens when we kill something, right? I think so,
I'm
anyway.
there.
This doth not kill. This does. Yeah, good boy! Now we're bleeding. Toxic Death Cry. This is the next problem. Like, dealing with this is gonna suck. 15 power into 8 defense. We'll
I got
live.
this.
If you can call that living.
Time to ride.
And then I'll happily commit you there. Maybe they'll go for you. Who knows? Reese! Okay, they are actually attacking from range this time. Good. Them. No, we have to go into melee. That's an archer. No, lady, come on. You're not that stupid. And then they healed and took the melee range. Oh god, never mind. The priesthood in here. Unsalvageable. Did you just get yourself stunned, lady? Maybe we don't want her on the team. Maybe this was a mistake. You take our archer. That's perfectly fine by me. Nice double. But you're going to lose your mages. Never mind. Your mage holds... Oh, no. You're losing a priest. Oh, reinforcements. Okay, doors are evil. We continue the long-standing SRPG traditions of doors being fucking evil. What does this look like? This looks like 6 health remaining.
Special delivery.
Would you like some poison? Would you like to die? Cool. Nice. Was that even in TTRPGs too? That is correct, especially if you negate to look for traps. It's actually the door knobs that are the evil part, Alex. They're right knobs. With doors that weren't evil, good luck.
I'll see it done.
May your endeavors forever be fruitful. We're gonna get doubled here, but if we just get light blocking up, this'll be fine. I actually do like the blocking part a lot. I hope that she retains that part of her kit. There's our poison, so our stats suck now.
I'll protect you.
One thing we do not have is cleanse. We do not have a way to mess with debuffs. One thing we do have is the ability
Don't overdo
to
it now.
maneuver. This phase thing, by the way, is absolutely bonkers.
We're rich!
An astral coin. That is a promotion
let
item.
loose.
Wonderful. Do we even want to move you there? No. There's no benefit to that whatsoever. Only SRPG doors that aren't evil are escape points, but then it's just the whole level that's evil. Yeah, but those might spawn more enemies. A crystal focus. Those might also, like, force you to go through dumb shit. The escape mechanic might be weird. Sometimes it causes you to escape with singular units and then the others get ambushed. There's a lot of caveats to this. This is going to hurt. I love being right about that, but I do not love taking all this damage. Tell me that mage can't get to me. Nice dodge. Whatever these are, by the way, they're evil. Okay, they don't get to double. What am I clearing? Alright, so healing is necessary. What are you, a witch? Of course you
Coming.
are.
Let me help.
I think I wanna... You know what? You know what?
Right.
You know what? This is still plus dodge. If we brutal strike this witch, if this is enough to kill, which it is, not only do we heal off of this, we do heal off of this, right? We also gain light blocking back for next turn. There we go, full health. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Who, me?
Go get this wizered. Honestly,
Special delivery!
the biggest improvement this game has over its predecessor, the single biggest improvement, is the ability stuff. The unit abilities that we have now make this feel so much better than the first one. So much better. Ah!
We're rich!
We got an emerald. Un emerald. We can't teleport again, right? No, we're out of mana. We're really out of mana. Unfortunately, we're also out of range. Otherwise, I'd like I'd try to reave this, but I have to also remember that reave is one tile larger than it shows there in the preview. And it's now becoming apparent that we're probably not killing them within 10 turns. Or we're probably not winning within 10 turns. And unfortunately, we're out of healers now. You think we should have saved them? You think that's a mistake? I think it might be a mistake. Now it's too late. Shit. I think we could have won that flank. Like, overwhelmingly so. Only one of their units ended up really taking, like, damage that's gonna stick, so... There's always saves coming, we're not doing that. You've seen me play enough of these, we're not doing that. What we are gonna be doing is running you up. I kind of figured I wanted to AoE this, but we cannot. This is funny. It's not so annoying. Let's go get level 5 on more characters when we can. So Arthur still needs a bit. Riordan, you are level 4. You also need a bit still. Larry, you're fine. And then like Cassandra, obviously, you're an entirely different problem. On account of that's my healer. Hit her! You did hit. That's important. Well.
Oh yeah, get him!
What she said.
Guess I was better.
That's our last bleed.
Not bad.
We got a knife.
Moving it.
You know what?
I got this.
Wait, this lasts for 1 turn, right? I think I want to bait this in. This is 11, 15.
Who, me? Let me patch you up.
Let's start engaging that already. Wait, what? Oh my god, fleet feet doesn't increase movement, it increases speed. Oh no, I'm stupid. Oh no. Oh no, something's very wrong with me. Doctor, what's wrong with me? Is it my brain? You can be honest. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, they're losing now. You're terminally ill with stupid? That's how I feel. That is how I feel. Fucking dodge. I lost another one. Alright. We still need to heal 14, but that's fine. We still have blocking up and running. Sitting here might be a bit bullshit. Like, that might be a bit really bad. Because we're gonna be dragging all of the... Oh. Ooh, I did a fucky. We can tank 3, right? Movement plus 3, so you're just scary. Apply light weak to attackers, don't care. Attacks ignore 50% of enemy def and fort. Yeah, wait, this is ridiculous.
We need to move.
Defense 7. I'm not super opposed to having
Sure thing.
Alden sit there. 34 health.
You need me?
I think this is gonna be fine. It kind of frightens me that I think this is fine. But what if it is?
Don't overdo it now.
Oh, this is the turn where everything might go wrong. This is where everything might go wrong. I need her to punch that warlock or that witch. No, don't heal that. No, that was wrong. That was so very wrong. Oh. Who are you gonna try and kill? Never mind. They've come to a standstill there. That's crazy. You're going for Alden. We knew you would. And unfortunately, well, or fortunately rather, that is going to make you disappear. Building knowledge. That never does anything, except for getting you hit. And here comes the second one. The second one might go for Alden again. Okay. Okay, all according to Cake, I suppose. We are now stuck here, which is questionable. But this clears. If it doesn't clear, we have a way out if it doesn't clear. There is a 16% chance that this obviously doesn't solve the situation.
Keep it up.
We don't need to resort to that. Beautiful. Riordan, Get me some XP.
Anything to protect the others.
Letting Gwyn kill that might be the right move as well. Oh my lord,
Nothing
hell
stops
yeah.
me now.
That's what I
Not
want, what I
bad.
really, really want. I will tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want to not deal with that. So the only way that we have to like interact with this is to
Let's move,
try
people.
and move here, bait this guy.
Let's run.
Let's indeed. Does this expire at the end of my turn, at the end of theirs? That's a good
Let
question.
me patch you up.
Let's figure that out.
Okie dokie.
Hold it right there.
Let me
There's
know.
our healing secondary completed. And done. If we're fading the turn timer anyway, I might as well like take a side cut over there and go and grab the loot, right? That's what you want, what you really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want that archer to fucking die. No. Tragedy. Oh, that is a... Never mind. That worked. I'll stop singing. I promised I would. Never mind. They have won this battle of attrition. If we warp, we can make it in 10. Yes. Likely. But also, if we warp, we kind of dodge enemies. And I think I'd much rather get the experience from killing everything on this map. Objectives. Fuck the 2000. Yeah. Fuck the 2000. It'll be alright. This is bad. I do not want to... You're just a priest, right? Like, whatever. And you're not in range. So if we get this guy from here... Wait, what is it you do? Takes half damage from direct damage abilities. Also kind of scary. This does not kill immediately. We have to brutal strike. Which I'm down for. And then that gives us our light blocking again. Which means whatever this bitch is about to do to us isn't going to hurt just as much. Speed 12 versus speed 7, so she is doubling us.
Hold still for a moment.
But I still don't know whether that lasts for the other turn as well. I am currently living on the assumption that it does. Next up, we have 50 mana, not 60. I needed 60 for what I wanted to do. So... You hit for 15 into defense 3. Fucking cringe, bro. The +1 range upgrade, yes. Upgrade was the right upgrade, it turns out. That was the right thing. Originally, I wanted to teleport. Let's... No, we can put the healer there. It's okay. Right, we're just not making the 10. That's okay. That's bad. Now you're in range of the guy that can kill you. Why would you do that? Why would you take that? Because you're falling to this anyway. That's a nice...
Wasted on you.
I was gonna say, we're about to do 32 overall. That means the guy lives on 1. Hurrah, experience. And then Alden rolls the 8% crit chance.
Ah, I've read about these.
Such experience is wasted on you. Beautiful, the light block is doing wonders here. So that was what, about to hit us for 18 or something? Cracked? Cracked? This I'm not so keen about. Bond available. Kinky.
Special delivery.
That probably does nothing. It might put their speed down low enough. It does. I fucking love poison, dude. Grimstroke is such a dumb ability. in a game with stats that are as low as this, so like lower double digits,
I'm
right?
there.
Just minusing stats is so powerful. So absolutely powerful. And to get to do it for free
Hey,
before you then
finders
attack
keepers, right?
is just
Coming.
ridiculous. Can I just like punch you? The answer is surprisingly fucking yes. 64, but anyway. Just don't miss. People forgetting doesn't eat their turn. Yeah. We care about mastery almost exclusively on
Can
her.
I really just take this?
Yeah, it's yours. Take it. Whatever it is. We are back to... Here's the problem. Who has, like, good fort? It's Alden specifically. We could throw Arthur in there. Like, he can live.
Don't overdo it now.
Go, my boy! You got this?
It's time.
Reluctant cheering? I want this loot. I want that. We're not making the 10. I want that. The enemy steadily approaches. 4. I'm tempted to run Arthur through. We could also just reave, right? We need 2 turns anyway.
Be gone.
Wonderful.
The sky's the limit.
Mastery, speed, fine. Which means everyone else gets to posture. We pick that up next
let
turn.
loose.
We are fine.
I'll protect you.
Go heal. And we are 2 turns over or whatever. Is one of you elite? Gas is cool. I don't know what elite means, but...
We need to move. We should study this later.
An elixir of mastery. Yeah, that was worth it. That was worth waiting for. Only 50
Right.
mana, unfortunately. I wish this had more range. I wish we could poison that range, dude. 19 into death, something.
If I have to.
You know what? That's not.
Sure thing.
Coming.
Time to ride.
There we are. $13. Or nothing. God damn it. And then we missed the 4%er. Okay. Well, Saxon still needs the experience anyway, right? So, Saxon, that is a kill if we just land both. And then that should be his level 5 as well.
Woo! Did y'all see that?
Oh, run away!
I'll see it done.
1
done,
XP off of promotion,
Let's keep rolling.
dude. Oh, that is brutal. That is not kind. Oh no.
Look there! They're surrendering!
Literal level
And that
4.99. Ugh.
We
did it! We won!
Haven is liberated! I haven't fought like that in years. Not since...
More importantly, Edith
no time
lived.
for reminiscing on.
Eden, what
We've
was her
got
name?
work to do. Gather up the
The
survivors.
cute priestess.
Anyone in Asvarelian colors is to be handed over to Cretania as a prisoner. Tend to the wounded and take stock of our losses.
Even after a victory, she doesn't slow down for a second.
Yeah. When we get home, drinks are on me. And I'm not taking no for an answer. That includes from you.
Yay, alcohol
Don't you
for
worry.
everyone.
I wouldn't dare turn down a night on your dime.
Sildarin, I assume you have questions for me.
Yes, the first one is, will you join
Not
me?
really, but I half expected you to be a no-show.
Yes, well, Eason willing, I would have been. Tonight I have made murderers of my flock. Tomorrow we will begin the long road to atonement.
We showed up to Eason's Hope expecting a massacre, only to find a militia forming. So we mucked in.
You were one of Lord Carlisle's men, yes? What happened?
We didn't stand a chance. It was a massacre.
Bitch.
We're lucky they retreated. I assume we have you.
Oh, we were hoping they could hold that point.
Commander Aaron too fell in battle.
Oh
From
no!
what we've been told, the riders fought to the very end so the refugees could reach safety.
Oh.
What forces accompanied me were all that remained.
Damn. If only we could have done more.
They really
You
fucking
did
died.
plenty, child. Were it not for your aid, there would have been no survivors at all. However, with both the riders and the lords gone, Britannia is without leadership and wanting for military might. We would be easy pickings for a second wave.
We aren't without leadership yet. We still have you, don't we?
Me? I suppose, if that's to be the way of things, I must accept that burden. I would hope I can count on you to help.
Sure. If you can afford my rate, that is. Let's talk business, eh?
Why are you worth anything? You just
Indeed.
lost the fight.
But first, so Darren, are you well? You look in dire need of respite.
No, not yet. There's still work to be done.
She's right. You're gonna hurt yourself. Get some rest.
I love how
Alright.
this, like, standard
for a
enemy sprite, no-name character is getting all the airtime. Big fan.
She
I like her.
mustn't
Can we
push
name her?
herself so hard. I would hate to see so bright a flame burn itself out so quickly.
Hichi! Good morning, Hichi.
So, finally
How
decided
you
to take
doing?
my advice, huh?
Only for the moment. I didn't realize how tired I was getting.
Everyone else did.
Taco!
He even told
Good
you.
morning, Taco.
I know. It's nice to finally just breathe. Even though it still smells like smoke and ash.
Right? You'd think if they planned on occupying the town, they'd only torch the ugly buildings. But they went and burned down the nice ones, too.
There's no accounting for taste.
Hey, come on, don't joke about that. This is home to these people, you know?
Was.
Hey, I thought you were supposed to be relaxing, not being a hard ass.
I can do both.
I believe it. It's second nature to her by now.
Oh, shush. I was having a moment before you two came along. Look, the sun's about to rise. If, you don't mind,
And it
Why
was
don't we share
Merc.
that moment with you then?
knock yourselves out.
Sorry for doubting you, Gwen.
That isn't Lan in
been
a
in charge.
costume. He might be.
Who knows what would have happened?
He might be. I miss Lan.
Indeed. If Father had seen how you led us today, he would have been proud.
Oh, come on, Gwen. Don't leave us hanging. Gwen?
Oh.
Let's leave her be.
Good idea.
Get her a fucking blanket. What the fuck?
Huh?
Lan from Wuff, yeah.
Damn it, did I really just... Something's wrong.
Huh?
What are they doing here?
They come bearing a banner
fuck?
of peace.
Peace?
I know how you feel, Gwen, but stay on your guard. They're plotting something, I'm sure of it.
They wouldn't have arrived so soon if they weren't already prepared. This is just their plan B.
Oh, yeah, he looks trustworthy.
People of Britannia, my name is Officer Mikhail of Asferel. We come bearing no ill will. We seek only reconciliation. Might we speak with whomsoever is in charge here?
You may not, for they were slain by your people. You may speak with us instead.
Ah, you must be a member of the Order of Eternals, then. Not to worry, you are exactly who I wish to speak with.
Uh-oh.
We have come on behalf of Emperor Leonid, highest of powers in Asferel, and indeed all of Varroa. to make but two simple requests. The
Which
first,
isn't money.
that all of our surviving men be returned to us immediately. And the second, that the Order withdraw from Asferel and cease all operations in our territory. Also, immediately.
With all due respect, Officer Mikhail, while we understand that Asferel considers Haven to be in their territory, Varroa at large has long considered it to be of Gritanian dominion.
Indeed? I believe it was Gritania herself that decreed Haven to be under no protections of the state.
Huh?
Is he telling the truth, Alden?
Gritania's claim over Haven is admittedly tenuous, but it is a claim nonetheless.
Regardless,
Wait,
swore not to get involved in matters of international politics. And yet here you are, picking sides in a border dispute.
Me.
Border dispute? This was an assassination attempt. If Gritania's leaders had perished, the repercussions would be felt throughout all Varroa.
Oh my, such loaded language. Shall we take this discussion before the council in Threlisar? Or do you fear their judgment?
You snake.
Asvaro recognizes, of course, that this situation was messy. We offer our sincerest condolences for the lives lost, and while our claim over Haven is justified, we will cede control for the time being. Indeed,
What
we
the
will
fuck
even
were we
forgo
fighting for then?
reparations for the great loss of life your order has caused us, so long as you grant us our request.
Make no mistake, Gwyn. This is no request, but a demand.
Oh, well, duh.
Well, then surely we can't just give them what they want.
Why not?
On the contrary, every word he said is true. Threlisar cares little for the Order as is. If this case were brought before them, it could be disastrous.
All right, Officer Mikhail. As the acting leader of this sortie, I, Gwyn Sildarin, accept your proposal on the Order's behalf.
Indeed? Then let us, as they say, shake on it and seal the deal.
If we must.
Watch yourself, Gwyn Sildarin. Now that I know the face of my enemy, I will not make the same mistakes again.
You.
Then we have an accord. We shall depart once our men have been returned to us. A pleasure doing business with you, and give my warmest regards and sincerest apology to your father,
So if Gritania doesn't have a
return to
claim over
Caliban.
this, then what the fuck were
Father
we
will want to
fighting
hear
for
about
again?
this.
Yes, he will.
Wait! Take me with you. I want to join the Order.
Saxon? Hey, buddy, not that we wouldn't love to have you, but are you sure?
Yes. I mean, I think so. Can't stay here. There's already whispers about me, and I don't want to put my family in danger.
But that's crazy! You were fighting for their home while they turned tail and ran.
It's up to Father whether you'll be accepted.
Don't worry about that. You're a shoo-in, honest.
You really think so?
If you show Irving even half the man you've demonstrated to us, he'll welcome you into the Order with open arms.
I am worried.
That's great!
Oh.
Hey, whoa, no need to get all weepy on us.
I'm sorry. I need a minute. So much has happened.
Take your time, man. We're in no hurry to leave. Whenever you're ready, we'll be waiting for you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Poor dude.
He's really hurting.
To leave one's own family behind. There are few greater sorrows.
Children. They just want to do what's right by their parents. To make them proud. I wonder, have I made you proud this time, Father? Or is even this not enough?
Wait, Irving turned out to be an asshole? Who would have thought? Alright, let's go look at things. Most importantly, we have multiple level 5s now. Let's start with Gwyn. That means... Yes! Here we are. We have access to our tier 2. We have... Oh, that's the number of coins we have. So we always had a coin. Let's see what we have access to. Devoted. We are... staying at the same... Weird. Are we staying at the same level or not? I don't know. We're losing might scaling. We're gaining speed scaling. I wish I could see what my current scale is. You know what I mean? But basically, we're still on the speedier side. Dexterity goes up. Defense and fortitude goes down. We're much less of like a soak. Mastery, 80% mastery seems cool. 70% luck. 45 mana spinning blade. Apply 17 stacks of light block. Oh, wait, what? Oh. We just get to declare light block whenever? Interesting. And mana hemorrhage, apply 15 stacks of heavy bleed. For 2 combats, take damage when combat ends. 13. Okay. Village burners because Gwyn is just like that. I reckon so, Krembo, I reckon. Crit plus 8 per status effect on target up to 32%. Okay. This looks cool, and I'd play it. But I reckon Gallant is more what we're going towards. Mana, 60 mana call to arms. Drop a banner on an adjacent tile for 1 turn, increasing power by 5 for allies within 2 tiles. Ooh. I assume that tile is then inaccessible to units, which is much less cool. But, 40 mana overpower. Shove a unit up to 2 tiles away, applying 7 stacks of light vulnerable to target. Vulnerable means they take... It doesn't say. I reckon they just take more damage. So the tiles don't scale at all, but the vulnerable does. Honor clad, damage plus 5 against enemies above 50%. So we want to be initiating. We get a lot more dexterity, a lot more defense. Our fortitude is going down even further. This could be a candidate for like equal out defense and fortitude. A lot more HP. Very soaky. I don't know whether I want to be very soaky, if I'm being honest with you. Let's have a look at Seeker real quick, although I reckon that's what Riordan is already... Oh no, Riordan has a very different tree. Seeker. 25 mana for Illuminate, increase an ally's accuracy by 37 for 2 turns. Cool. And 50 for an enchantment weapon. Enchant your weapon, make your next 3 attacks deal 8 additional damage. Kind of cool. Exposing light. Attacks apply heavy vulnerable stacks. For 2 attacks, receive damage taken increases by 4. Oh. I don't really think I want another range. In fact, I kind of want more melee than range right now. We're already having problems screening out enemies from hitting our ranged. I don't understand what Gwyn's class sets have in common. Martial. They're all martial classes. That's what they have in common. That's it, by the way, Misty. I don't see a common theme outside of that either. I am super tempted to go Devoted. A, I like this aesthetic a lot. B, I do like getting into light block. The stat block is something I find interesting. Obviously a lot less tanky. But we could start dodge tanking, right? Then again, for dodge tanking's sake, Valeria, you've got an 80% dexterity. Slightly increases crit dodge. That increases accuracy dodge. Like, there's nothing here that really gives us just dodge, right? It's dex and luck we're looking for. Her luck kind of sucks. How would we be looking there? 70%, like, we get a lot of luck out of this. Actually, we can just look at our dodge here. 33% dodge, 46%. The Nightblade is just a dodgier class. It's just a dodgier class. Okay. And from what I can tell, we keep our, like, big hit ability with lifesteal. We do get to keep that because that's unit specific, not class specific. The same reason why Valeria still has first aid. Okay. God, this is so tempting. It's also just flat out more speed. We go to 8 speed. I'm committing. There we go. We're playing Devoted. I can see myself casting this a lot. A lot. I wonder whether attack received includes dodges, by the way. Hey, Vera, how you doing? Hello, hello. Rearden. We have a ranger with an axe and a shield. I suppose. Okay, let's start there. 65 mana, Lanky Spanky. That is a name. Call upon your orangutan. What? Call upon your orangutan to mightily slap a foe. The fuck? Monkey? Why a monkey? Command your orangutan. Attack with your pet, dealing 11 additional damage and applying 3 exhaustion stacks. Falling below half health grants 8 heavy block. I am... Monkey. Cutthroat. Licky Lasso. A chameleon. Grab a unit with 3 tiles with your giant toad's tongue. Never mind, we're Narutoing. Dragging them to an adjacent tile. Attack with your pet, dealing 6 additional damage and applying 3 heavy poison. Every point of luck increases dodge by an extra 1. That's kind of sick. Oh, that's that. Oh. Ooh, that I'm a fan of. Tamer. Call the Pride. Apply 23 light block stacks. Spread equally to all allies within 2 tiles. Maximum of 11 each. And command Lion. Attack with your pet, dealing 15 additional damage. Pet commands gain an additional 25% mastery scaling. This would make Wolf a lot better as well. Thieves used monkeys to steal. I mean, that's all they're good for. Disgusting creatures. And then last but not least, we have Quick Draw. A Wicked Cackle. Your hyena laughs, unnerving enemies and applying 6 light weak stacks to up to 3 enemies within 2 tiles. And attack with your pet, dealing 5 additional damage and applying 4 heavy bleed. Follow-up attacks regenerate 5 mana. That's a lot of might. Is it bad that I just want to play Tamer? God, the speed is nothing. Speed here is fuck all. We're never doubling anything. Ugh. That has me really worried. Hold up, that has me really worried. Are we just pet commanding then? Speed? None, yeah. I think we're quick drawing. The problem is I don't like this. I don't like this. Hey, Seth, how you doing? Tamer can attack in melee? We're right, we can attack in melee. I like the stat line here, but... Oh, the speed. Ugh. Ugh. Got my Reardon as a Tamer and he doesn't need to follow. Misty, this is why I don't like it when we two play the same games. Because you inevitably end up playing way more than me, and then just tell me what happens in your game. And I fucking hate that. It annoys me to no end. That I then have to, like, listen to... Like, I like listening to your experiences, don't get me wrong. But if you could stop telling me shit that hasn't happened in my game yet, that would be really cool. It's really infuriating. He would get doubled by everyone. He is range, however. Right? And the question is, can he kill in one? Can he kill in one? I do like this ability a lot. I think he always, like, we always go range. I can tell you we always go range. These are cool, but there's other characters to do that with. Just don't like this. We do get a lot of might, speed, dex. Like, these are the 3 kill stats, right? Yeah, we're going. Never mind, we're going. Arthur! My food just arrived? Ooh, what are we having? So, Geomancer. A Star Search. Summon an ally from... What? Summon an ally from up to 6 tiles away, dealing 19 damage to enemies adjacent to the ally's original tile. Oh, fuck. Oh, hey, Magnus. Good evening, Magnus. Custom order max spice. Oh, shit. Good luck. And then heal an ally within 3 tiles for 22. Whoa, that's also cool. Spending mana applies 4 light block to 2 allies within... Oh my lord! Okay, I'm a big fan of this class already. Big fan of this class. What's the scaling looking like? Good might scaling, very good might scaling. Speeds, dex, much, so we don't really want to, like, direct attack. That's a ton of mastery. That's exactly what we want. 110% mastery. I know my face is in front of it. Here. Please. Big fan of this. This looks sick. Like, Astral Blessing seems fucking cool. Like, both of these abilities are something I want to use. Hell yeah. Warlock. Hellfire. Deal 25 damage to an enemy within 3 tiles. We already have Reeve to do that. This is just Reeve, but again. Poison Nova. Explode with necrotic energy, applying 6 light poison stacks spread to enemies within 2 tiles. So the difference between light and heavy is that light lasts for 1 combat and heavy lasts for 2, right? That's not bad. Black Flame. Attacking a poison enemy heals unit for damage done. But that means we want to brawl. Oh my god, the fortitude. Ugh. So we AoE and then we go hit them. And then on the enemy's turn, they want to attack us, but they're still under poison, so they do 6 less stats. I can see the appeal of that. I can definitely see the appeal of that. Doesn't wow me as much because I don't care about Hellfire at all. We already took the range up for Reeve. So this is just Reeve, but it doesn't scale. Aegis. Relic Refraction. Apply 55 heavy blind stacks. What the fuck? For 2 attacks, hit rate reduced by 55. Cool. To an enemy within 2. Repulsor shield surround an ally with energy for 3 turns, reflecting 10 damage every time they are hit in combat. We could be sitting behind a tank. A reflection taking damage increases damage of next attack by 20%. A magic tank. A melee magic tank. Okay, cool. If we get other casters later down the line, I can see that being interesting. For him, not so much. A scholar. Oh, that's Alden. Yep. I just realized that mana use raises fortitude stat by 2 for the rest of the chapter is kind of busted. Because eventually we can go melee. Maybe even better than an Aegis could. Not gonna lie, it's Geomancer, right? Like, it's Geomancer. It's Geomancer. Yeah, it's Geomancer. This class, I'm fascinated by this. Cassandra we can't see, but we see that it's different. And Saxon we can't see either. So there's still unique classes within both of these. And then Alden is obviously on Scholar, and Valeria is on Nightblade. Cool! Hella cool. Geo accuracy seems kind of low. It is, and that's because this thing doesn't attack. What you do with it instead is you either Star Search for damage, or you Reeve with him. We have Luna Reeve here. Send a bolt of magic at an enemy dealing 24, increased by mana spent this chapter. So we just do this over and over. Also, this increases by mana spent this chapter, meaning if we cast other things, Luna Reeve still goes up. We need a way to regain mana, is what we need. What do we have here? Also clears debuffs from target. Yo, that's sick. Range, this is already range 3. Also grants 10 mana, that's huge. We finally have a way to clear debuffs. Star Surge, reduce mana cost. That could be big. Mana cost and tiles reduced by 50%. So from 3 tiles away, but now it costs 35. That makes this hyper spammable. And the ally just needs to be within 3. I don't think we're going for lifesteal. Oh, I'm very tempted by mana cost and tile reduction. That's just a reliable AoE, right? That's just a reliable AoE now. I'll think about this. Ridden! Stacks by 5. The number of targets that the ability affects by 1. The number of targets by 1. Stacks applied by 5. I don't like these. I don't like either of the abilities. So, I don't know. I'm not touching that for now. Spinning Blade. That's what I'm looking forward to. Reduce the mana cost. Okay. Increase the number of stacks applied by 5. So we... Spinning Blades. What's your mastery scaling? 60% mastery. Also clears debuffs. We can clear our own debuffs. Or we have 40% more mastery scaling. We scale with 100% mastery. That's almost more than this already. Huh. Magnus! What's the word? What is the word? What you got? I don't know whether I... Mastery? Fuck, I don't even know how I I don't even know how I translate mastery. It's Meisterschaft, right? But like, that's also a competition. Man, I wish I had played World of Warcraft in German, then I'd know. I don't fucking know what. I think it's Meisterschaft. But I'm very unsure. Tapped. Giggle. God damn it. God damn it. I really want to make this cheaper, but also at the same time, maybe I don't. I do want to upgrade Phase. Aura Wave I'm not super keen on. Although damage reduced by 12 is kind of sick, right? Also applies light poison stacks equal to 3. That's cool. But it's only light. So, Wish this was AoE. We should use this more often. The problem is when I'm in range to use this, I'm more likely to be in a state where I need to kill the enemy now or they hit squishies. So this might be more important later. 20 plus 100% mastery. So this would add 5 to it. I don't know. I'd much rather reduce the cost of it. But I think Phase is the one that we're really going to be messing with. And I can't decide whether the cost reduction or the range on it matters more. I honestly don't know. On that map, the cost reduction definitely mattered more. I know that for a fact. Here we're not going to do anything yet. Grimstroke. We could apply poison from a tile away now. Reduce mana cost, we don't need that. Mana cost and stacks raised by 100%. Do I want to pay 80 for Grimstroke? The answer is no. Stacks mastery scaling by 15%. That is a 75% increase in the amount of stacks we get from it. That's a lot. Oh. Oh. Duck. Hold up. Would you mind? Please give me my ducks. No? Hold up. The ducks are refusing. Where are they? Where are the ducklings? There we are. Zoop. Hold up. There we go. Add it. With enough mastery reduction, 2 scholars could mana loop each other. Yes, correct. And we're not even that far off, right, Flopel? We're not even that far off. If we get the mana cost reduction and grab mana mastery scaling right now, we're already at parity. We pay 40 to restore 40. They're refusing. The folder didn't want to open. The folder didn't want to open. God, I wish there was a button here that said, hey, make this heavy. I wish there was a button that said, make this heavy block. This is just worse than this. Like, it's already worse than that, right? Well, kind of. I want to do something to Grimstroke. This ability's insane. I don't think it's ever the range. I do think it's the mastery scaling. So that's only 5 right now, but that'll matter. Okay, let's leave that there. One thing that I'm keen to know is yes. There we go. Stuff does refresh. Obviously, we did not make any money. We did not make any money. But we don't need this short sword. We don't need this relic. We don't need this short bow. We don't need this dagger. Hell, we don't even need this knife. But I can't sell the knife that I got. Why can I not sell this knife? I do not know. Can I sell this other knife? What the fuck? Is it equipped? No, equipped things don't show up here. We found a knife and we bought a knife. I don't know why we can't sell them. I do not understand. Oh, we can go ceremonial cleaver now if we want it to be really fucking funny. Do we want to go crit fish for 25 crit? Accuracy is the same, weight goes down. We lose 3 power, but fuck it, right? Bug! It's on the list to get fixed! Ah, good to know! A developer! Get him! I hope launch has been going well. I hope launch has been going well. Hope you're getting some rest in between all of the bug fixing. I know, especially like on indie side, launch is crazy. But hope you're all doing well. Let's go see... Wait, what? Oh. A relic and a focus are 2 different things. I've become smarter. I see now. We're on 2 axes now. We're no longer on swords. At all. Okay, cool. It's going well for the most part, yeah. Some stuff to fix, but most of the bugs aren't huge stuff, so it's been okay. Hell yeah! Little annoyances here and there that I have to, that I have a sec to fix. I mean, that's good, right? That's great. Obviously, the little annoyance bugs we kind of expect these days, right? Like, you expect that. That's what happens. As long as there's nothing like majorly that makes the game crap out and people go whine day 1. Game doesn't launch. Same error code, man. I think you're in the clear. That's really good to hear. Glad. Let's see. 8/5 mana from kills? Not the options! Ah! I think we need to look at something to do with Gwyn first. Because Gwyn is still our frontline, but Gwyn is now a weird frontline, right? The ability to put out 5 patches a week kind of destroyed day 1 release abilities forever, which is both a shame but nice long term. one thing that you hear a lot, you hear this a lot, and that is people saying, hey, these days video games are so much more buggy day one. Like, things don't tend to work anymore. All of this is really bad, right? And there is absolutely an element of that. The amount of major releases that got, like, printed on CDs and shipped out that didn't work at all in the past was pretty low. However, I think people fail to understand that in the grand scheme of things, overall, this has gotten a lot better. Think of all the olden titles with how, like, fucking broken some were that never got fixed because patching them just wasn't a thing. Right? Think of that. Think of how many, like, busted things there are in olden video games that never got a patch because that just didn't exist. I think overall we're trending for the better, but seeing that grand scheme of things is always a bit hard if you're currently stuck in a game that you've been really anticipating that doesn't load. Going gold is more of a suggestion these days, but yeah, ability to patch is super nice. Fun fact, going gold is a concept that Hannah had to explain to me yesterday, because I, until now, thought that going gold meant like, hey, you reached a certain amount of sales numbers. I thought that's what that meant. I didn't know it was like, yeah, this is now what's the build that gets shipped. I was completely unfamiliar with that term.
I saw a duck at my improv class last night, Car and Quack.
Oh, fuck, did you run? Milo! Thank you for the 28 months, Milo. I hope you're doing well. Day 2 of improv class, you say? Twilight Princess is a very common softlock, never fixed. Yeah, how would they? Right? Doing okay for the most part. Watched the Bachelor finale last night. That is not a sign of you doing okay. Hold up, is that a sign of you doing okay? Is that like... Is it one of those like a tub of ice cream and some red wine kind of deals? Because honestly, I fucking feel that. I hella feel that. Is there something here? Heal one additional damage for each time moved this turn. No. Unit power halved. Ignore defense and fortitude. Stupid. Makes damage magical. Magic. Had some champagne with my wife and melted onto the couch for a couple hours with some shitty TV. Oh, okay, you know what? No, that's fucking lovely. That is absolutely lovely. That does sound like a relaxing evening then. Hell yeah. Glad to hear. One thing that I hear a lot, which is kind of shitty, right? But one thing that I hear a lot, especially when we have like one-person indie projects come out, is like people completely overworking themselves on launch week. Obviously, like on like a one-person studio, this is even worse because you feel like all the obligation is on you and you alone. It's not categorically correct, but on like one-person projects, you're much closer to the project than if you work for like a development studio of 300 people, where like that's your job and not that's your life. The smaller indie you tend to, the more like that's my life it becomes, right? It's really hard to get yourself away from it and just go like, hey, okay, listen. Yes, big project out. The forums are aflame. But it's fucking 6 p.m. Where's my vodka? There is a lot of... I don't want to say it's all self-imposed because like the industry's horrible, right? But there can be a lot of self-imposed crunch when it comes to indie titles, which is just never fucking healthy, right? And it's solid 80-hour weeks for 3 months-ish leading up to the gold candidate release build. Took some time to relax and prepare mentally for launch the last 2 weeks. I'm glad. That sounds like foresight. And I am wishing you that that plan survives contact with the enemy. So far, it sounds like it has. Unlike other games that I was supposed to play today that constantly kept crashing. Can't be mad, it's a fucking alpha build. It's absolutely true, especially since one-person devs are also customer service. Yeah, and community manager, etc., right? Like, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of that you hear. It's a shame. It's a shame. the amount of different hats you tend to wear. Absolutely love making games, so the big hours don't feel as bad as they might in another job. It just comes with the territory. This is something that I kind of liked about my old position. I'm still in the same job, I'm just with a different company right now, right? In my old position, 80, 90-hour weeks wasn't super uncommon. But like not for 3 months, permanently. The legal system's fucked, let me tell you. Wasn't super uncommon. Obviously, like contractually, we had 38.5 hour work weeks. But nah, like sometimes you just came in on a Saturday, not because someone asked you. Like our boss was, like our direct superior was a like wonderful guy. I have nothing bad to say about him, but like sometimes he just came in on Saturdays, not because he asked you to, but because you felt you had to. And I know how much that wears down on people. I know how much that fucking wears down on people. It's bad. It gets you bad. And it gets worse the more you feel compelled to do it, the more you feel like you should. If you like have like a healthy relationship to work and you go like, yeah, this is my job, but like after I clock out, fuck this, I have a life to live. You can shrug this off much easier, right? But the more you integrate it and the more it becomes like part of who you are, the more your commitment to work becomes part of your identity, the more this sucks you in and burns you the fuck down. And I didn't mind at the time. I love my job, right? Well, no, I hate my job. I love the work I get to do. My job sucks ass. But I love the work that I get to do. And so, like, many times, it doesn't feel like I'm working. It feels like I'm doing a thing that I was kind of made to do. Yes, there are people out there that really like legalese. That's just me. I just like reading legal documents. I am boring like that. I try not to be one on stream, but, you know, then we get into rants like this instead of playing video games. Like, a lot of the times it doesn't feel like work to me. But it's also coming from a position where I have the liberty to turn that off, right? I can just go like, hey. Yeah, boring, right? Cleave Wizard? Boring. We'll get to video games in a minute. Honestly, there's probably a business in being support for solo indie devs. Yes, there absolutely is. A group that handles CM, tech support, taxes, etc. Get closer to letting the person just be creative. So, some of my long-time viewers, you might be familiar with Frank. You might still be familiar with Frank. A wonderful person that kind of like adopted me for a while. When he was still like community outreach at Utomic back in the day. This is like 6 years ago. Frank moved on from that position and he moved to like different positions. And one thing that he did, I would love to know what he does right now. I need to check up on him. But one thing that he did for a while was he like freelance, like did indie dev support. Where he was like, hey, like hit me up if you've got a project running. I can give you like project feedback. I can help you out. And he had a certain amount of like pro bono slots as well for developers that were like, okay, I don't have the fucking funding to like hire someone to do this. Why do you think I'm a solo dev, duh? Like he had like pro bono consultation stuff as well. And he had a fund that was funded by other clients to provide for those developer slots. Frank is a hell of a guy, and I hope he's doing well. There's a fucking industry to do, like in there, yeah. Strat does this, sort of. Strat, like, does the freelance community support stuff, right? He's, like, dancing at 50 different weddings as well. Gonna Scoot probably come back to watch some more at the gym later. Oh, stay safe out there! And thank you. I hope the rest of launch week continues going well. Thanks for being here. Hope you have fun with it. I am having a blast so far. I am absolutely having a blast so far. I'm not delaying because I don't want to play more. I'm delaying because you all are too interesting! All right, let's do this. So, we are still mired in option paralysis. That's like the big thing I'm having right now. The game is trying its best to take that away from me, telling me, hey, you can switch your runes at any time. But, hey, let's start on Alden. So, every debuff increases, celerity weapon damage. I don't feel like we care about this stuff at all. The reason why I don't feel like we care about this at all is because Alden doesn't really use his weapon to attack. Alden is more supportive. We can ignore Alden for now. We don't have a dagger rune. Done. Dealing damage applies 30 heavy blind stacks. Note, this says dealing damage, which means, does this work on ability use? There's a difference between attacks and dealing damage, right? Otherwise, why would it use different verbiage? I am very interested in this. If my dumbfuck teleport AoE now gets to apply blind, I am going to yell loudly. Power, weight, accuracy, have big bow. Mana from kill. I feel like Riordan is going to take the opposite approach. We're going to do much less ability work. Dealing damage applies 4 light weak stacks. Applies 30 heavy blind stacks. We have the same thing here. I don't want to leave this. I want to kind of slim the weight of this down. That's what I want to do. Our true speed is 7. We're not doubling anyone. We're also not getting doubled. -2 weight isn't going to do shit for us. Going into crits isn't going to do anything. We could try going into accuracy and make this our dodge killer. Because right now we don't really have an answer to dodge. What's our accuracy across the board? 100 and 118. So you're already... Oh god, he's already accurate as all hell. Okay. I don't like this chance taking. 10% chance to deal 50% extra damage. If you break that down, that's a 5% overall damage increase. And you can never plan for it. I hate it. Weight plus 5. That puts our true speed down to 2. Now we are getting doubled. But does that matter offensively? Power 5, accuracy 10. I feel like you could put this on Tamer because you're already on 0 speed, right? This one has me stumped a little. Terminator! Thank you for the raid! Welcome on in. Hello, hello. We've come from the supermarket to this newfangled Deity game. How does this work? Oh, dearie me! Virtual cookies for everyone! Would you like some too? Yes, please. Yes. Technology these days. What cookies do you have to offer? I would love some cookies. Oh, but thank you. Everyone, welcome on in. Welcome to some Dark Deity 2. What were you playing? How was your stream? How did it go? Did you have a good time? Welcome on in, everyone. It might only be 5%, but it's a satisfying random 5% that makes number big. Getting big 50% damage increases is super satisfying to see, Cleave. However, the problem is that in a tactics game, one thing that I value is stability and planability. If I commit to an attack, then that it's because either I know that attack kills, in which case this doesn't matter, or I know that attack weakens someone deeply enough to then be able to use another unit to finish that unit off. That means that in case A, this doesn't do anything, and in case B, I might not want this unit to get the kill, so this triggering throws plans astray. For example, if I weaken a unit with Riordan to then kill them with Gwyn to get the shield stacks, this triggers, it kills the unit, now Gwyn can't get shield stacks. This throws plans astray. I do not like it. Supermarket Simulator? I hope you had a wonderful time. No, like, we're on Dark Deity. Dark Deity is a turn-based tactics game. If you know Fire Emblem, then this one, the previous one was very, very Fire Emblem-like. This one does a lot of things to differentiate itself from it, but the overall structure remains very akin. Very akin. A restocked shelves. Lizard recommended you. Thank you for explaining your game. Oh, Lizard, thank you. I thought it'd be a fun streamer to raid. Unfortunately, I am a streamer you can raid, but I am awful. Liz, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you. Very kind of you. No, unfortunately, that was an awful choice. I am dull beyond belief. I vouch for that. A really quick warning. You seem wholesome. I am not a family-friendly stream. So, I say this because I'm about to yell at MJM. MJM, fuck you. There we go. That's the worst of it. I'm not family-friendly either. Oh, thank fuck for that. Okay. No, I curse a lot. I like to use flowery language as an expression of heightened emotions. so to speak. Harry's beating himself up again. I'm about to beat you. No, wait. No, I don't threaten people. That's the one thing I don't do. Although, no, I do threaten people, but with different things. Alfred, keep this up, and I'm going to come to you and eat everything in your fridge. I swear. I'm about to come to your house, cook your favorite food, and then, like, add way too much salt to it. You'll see. You'll see. You'll rule the day, young man. You'll rule the day. Mere moments ago, he declared he liked to read legal documents. I do! I'm sorry. It's my job. That sounds like a good time to me. Low blood pressure and all that. The health benefits of pissing off Karen, hi. You get your daily salt content. There are studies that suggest people who swear are on average smarter than those who do not, and I don't care to learn it's wrong. I have heard of those too. I have obviously not read them myself, but I reckon that that's probably not what the study says in the end. It's probably someone extrapolating like what they want out of it, or like finding a catchy like line for it, right? Verbosity, right, is usually a sign of at least some learnedness. But the amount of people that you meet in my line of work that have like a grand vocabulary that they like to throw around, but really they're absolute fucking bottom-dwelling morons is tremendous. There are a lot of people that confuse intellect with being able to use long words. You know what is a sign of people being smarter than average? There's a ton of people out there that I have a lot of respect for that are able to adapt whatever language they use to their current audience. That's the biggest sign of like you meeting someone that's hella smart. Someone that can sling the topical words with the best of them, right? That gets to use all of the like lingo that's necessary in whatever profession they're in, but that can then downgrade themselves. Downgrade sounds like I'm like talking down to people. I don't mean that, but that can then like reel that back in order to communicate with other people on like an eye-to-eye level, right? Those people, those are fucking sick. Even the code switch are hella impressive. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And to an extent, everyone kind of does that to an extent, right? Like, I talk very differently in court than I do here, obviously. I've never told the judge they're a fucking moron, for example. I would like to. However, my career wouldn't survive that. Neither would my license, probably. But there are people that are able to do this on, like, a wide scale. I'm decently somewhere in the middle of it, right? But there's a lot to learn. Literally a job for a while I worked, and all I did was translate what engineers' coders said into words management could understand, and vice versa. Yeah, that's fucking wonderful, right? We used to joke about this in my old job, Cleve Wizard, because we got one of the things that we had to do is we dealt with the insurance portfolio for our company. I used to work at a power plant, a government-run local power plant in the legal department, and the insurance stuff was part of our department too. So we had a lot of like fancy insurance work come in that we had to explain to our board of directors at one point. And we used to call this painting funny graphs or putting color on it, which what my colleagues meant with that was like making funny colored bar graphs so that the higher ups would understand, because you kind of like have to switch gears, right? You kind of have to switch gears for that shit. You should be allowed and encouraged to call people in position of power stupid morons when they do stupid moron stuff. Here's the issue with that, Misty. The people that got into that level, there's a certain court, there's a certain, not court, a certain chamber in German court, in German court, a certain circle of judges that I have a burning dislike for. I'm not going to name that chamber. Neither am I going to elaborate further. But they got there through long years of building influence and showing some level of competency somewhere, right? and they can wield that like a fucking hammer. So, I'd much rather they don't know. Sometimes you just have to tell someone they aren't making sense. Yes, and the best leaders you can have are people that can accept that. The best leaders that I've ever had were people that were able to accept the fact that you tell them, hey, what the fuck are you talking about? My previous boss, the one that I have nothing bad to say about, was fantastic at this. He, like, threw, like, random fucking legalese at you, and if you went, hey, sorry, can you, huh? He was like, oh yeah, sorry, my bad. And then, like, he tried to adapt. When he didn't make sense because, like, he wanted something that was completely stupid, we were able to just say, like, hey, this does not work the way that you wanted to, and he was able to accept that. Best boss I ever had. Best superior I ever had. We were doing things. Riordan is probably going to be like somewhere within the kill line, right? So for now, let's go... Oh, I don't fucking know. Let's go accuracy. Let's go accuracy. We're committing to that line. What's the Chamber of Commerce? That's government and not the whole jurisdiction area. I don't know. Like, what would you call this in American? Like a circuit of judges? Is that what you would call that? I don't actually know how this translates. Sorry, too German. Like here it's Kammern, so like chambers, which doesn't refer to an actual place. It refers to a level of that court that deals with a specific thing. Right? Circus of Clowns, a gang. Awful. All right, Gwyn. I do like this immediately, but it's an axe one, so we don't have it on swords, right? In the context of the US legal system, a circuit court can refer to either a state-level trial court of general jurisdiction or the intermediate appellate courts at the federal level, also known as the United States Courts of Appeals. So this is not what I mean then. I don't mean like different levels of court, or rather different. Sorry, English is my third fucking language. Excuse me. What I mean is that within a given, this is difficult to convey, or I'm lacking the. Back to yapping about law. I'm sorry, Milo. I do like my job. Let's say you have your like court for general like employment things, right? Arbeitsgericht in German, employment court, work court. We're very, very fancy naming things. You can tell by the way that we name turtles, shield toads. We're very good at naming things. Especially naming them obvious things. Specialty courts. It's less that, Alex. The German court system is very different from the US one, but kind of, right? A group of people who form like part of a parliament. It's kind of that, right? Shield toad sounds cool though. Once you realize that we named all animals like that, Cleave Wizard, it stops sounding cool. Like, you know platypi? A platypus? We named them Schnabeltier, beak animals. Because they have a beak, and they're an animal. Yeah. What do you call axolotls? Axolotl. I'm pretty sure they're called axolotls. Henry the platypus? Oh no, not that. Specialty courts, also known as problem-solving courts, are specialized dockets within the criminal justice system that focus on addressing... See, here's the problem, Tova. We're not even talking about criminal justice. Like, this doesn't have anything to do with criminality at all. Focus on addressing underlying issues like mental health or substance abuse. No. This has nothing to do with that. No. List of bears according to the German language. Deep inhale. Yeah. A lot of things are just named something bear. Probably makes things easier to learn now instead of a random name. Yeah, it does, I suppose. The most frightening thing about learning German words is just how incredible A plus B most of them are. Yes, Freb, that is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. A shit ton of our words are just A plus B. Yes. Does that mean that in German, sloth is literally lazy animal? Yes. Faultier. Lazy animal. That is exactly the name for it, Skeleton. You are correct. That is exactly the name. Tried and failed to learn the language. How many variations of gender is enough? Like, what, for German? I mean, German's kind of simple when it comes to that. Don't think about, like, Spanish or something, right? Oh, it wasn't even Spanish. German's kind of simple for that. The problem with German is that... no, I don't want to get into that debate, actually. Like, German just, like, goes by, like, male, female, neutral, right? The problem is the clauses that you then apply to it. Like, the different clauses you then apply to it. Modern society says that. See, this is exactly why I didn't want to get into that. This is about to start, like, an entire debate that I don't want to get into. English has one word for the. Yeah, but English also has he, she, they, right? So there you go. In German, it's der, die, das, but it's just an extension of he, she, they. No, sorry, no, don't worry, Liz. Don't worry about it at all. I'm just saying I'm pivoting here. Many things are literally X thing, also correct. Anyway, everyone. I want to build some units and I want to get into the next map. So, let's figure out Gwyn. I'm in a goofy mood. No, be a silly little goof. Like, go ahead. More power to you. More power to you. I feel like if we're going crit fishing, we might as fucking well try and do 50% additional crit damage. But we need to get crits to consistency. We have hella luck and dex growth. That might matter. I just yelled about wanting consistency and wanting planability, and now we're, like, not doing that, but... it's gonna be fine. It'll be okay, he said, not believing his own lies. It does not translate well into English? No, it does not, and I know which song you mean, MJM. I mumbo, you mumbo, he, she mumbos. That is 5 mumbos. That is mumbo number 5. No, no. I promise no singing today. I miss salt and vinegar chips. They don't taste the same anymore. We never liked salt and vinegar chips. I'm like a big paprika fan. Paprika, however you want to pronounce that. I'm also a fan of going into the next chapter.
Caliban. Located atop a great mountain at the
Give me one cutscene, Chad. I'll be right back with you.
The city-state has long been the home of the Order of Eternals. Its central position and nigh impenetrable defenses have made it a key strategic location, granting the Order easy access to much of Varroa and preventing the larger nations from attacking. Here, Irving, Grand Master of the Order, awaits his children's return.
Taste of disappointment? That's just life these days, Liz. I don't think it's the chips. That's just life. The Council Antechambers.
Ah, home sweet home. And just look at that view. It almost
makes up for the climb. We know, Reardon.
He really hates stairs, doesn't he?
Oh, come on. At least let me finish the bit.
But it's the same bit every time.
And I mean it every time, too.
It's beautiful. You live here?
Sure do. And you will, too, if Father gives you the go-ahead.
Are you insane enough to play it on demonic difficulty? I don't think demonic difficulty makes for interesting streaming, Link. The any character death equals game over portion isn't interesting. What we're doing is we are on Deity, but we are on all enemies have a randomized empowerment. We're playing Oops All Empowerment, which, honestly, hard enough.
Speaking of, let's not keep him waiting,
Agreed. Come on, everyone.
The smell would make your jaw ache? Wait, what?
You
What kind of synesthesia bullshit is that?
Home.
Oh, Irving looks much grumpier than he did before.
Surprise. I didn't expect you kids back for a while yet.
He doesn't sound grumpier.
They were in a rush. No doubt to get back to their dear father, right?
I'm an Endless Reload works. That's not fun.
Right. We were beside ourselves, honestly.
Reardon! It's good to see you, Father, truly.
Likewise. I missed you all dearly. If not for my duties, I would have traveled alongside you, but...
As if that isn't always the case.
Are you aware of what happened in Gritania?
I am. Your report, please.
Right.
Hold up. I'm only now putting this together. Are all 3 of them his children?
No doubt this is all merely the prelude to some greater ambition.
Wait a second. Are all 3 of them his kids? Huh? Huh? I didn't know Arthur belonged to that group as well.
What about this plan the Council spoke of?
It was I who called the Council in Haven, hoping that you could help them unify Gritania.
As the mobs? I'd rather not.
In a sense, you succeeded in doing so, but at great cost.
I'm sorry, Father. I had to make a decision and...
You did the best you could.
Grace is adopted, wow.
You could navigate that crisis as you did. You should be proud.
I'm honestly still not sure that's true. But thank you.
Hang on, you wanted us to unify Gritania? Doesn't that violate our oaths?
Peace, Arthur.
He did,
If this
Cleve,
were an
you're
official
right.
mission,
I
I'd
remember
have
that
said
joke.
something. I just figured you could lend a hand.
You still could have warned us. Gwen was practically tearing her hair out, stressing about
Who had purple hair in DD1?
Perhaps, but I had my reasons. You needn't question all my decisions, Riordan.
Naren?
That
No,
aside,
wait.
Do you
Naren?
still have the artifact from the ruins?
No.
Oh,
was it?
I'd nearly forgotten in all the chaos. Yes, it's right here.
Not sure what
It
this
was
is meant to
Marin,
be.
right?
Alden?
This is a Sylvan ward, almost certainly part of a network. Somehow it overloaded, likely causing the disturbances Saxon reported.
One of the sisters? Wait, wasn't the
Is that
sisters...
so?
Wasn't it?
I've been
Weren't they
getting
green?
reports of the same thing happening all along the border of the Towering Weald.
If the phenomena aren't localized, then perhaps the
Brooke?
entire network's gone haywire.
It's possible.
I
What
could
can we
have
do
sworn
about it,
Brooke
though?
was black.
Not like the Sylvans will just let us in.
Unless we don't need an invitation anymore. Right, Father?
Right. Ordinarily, the wards make travel through the Weald impossible. But now, we can walk right in.
Then in that case, what's our plan?
Whitish blue, okay.
Well, there's only one person who could have built these wards. His name is Kamari, and he practically rules the Sylvans. He's likely already investigating this as we speak.
You want us to help them? They'll never work with outsiders.
They will if they believe the situation is dire, and Asveril is right next door. They'll need
I wonder,
any help.
are they leaving this open, or
It's
is this going to be
risky, but
touched
something
on?
must be done, lest the magic
Establish your own
destabilize
headcanon?
entirely. That could be disastrous.
In that case, let's make this your next mission. You'll be given
Okay.
reinforcements as well, although
Ooh!
it would seem you've already made a new friend without me.
Give me more.
The name's Saxon, sir.
Come now. If these 3 trust you, then you're a friend. And no friend of mine will call me sir.
Funny. Gwen said the same thing.
Saxon here is the adept mentioned in my report. He wants to...
Join the
I
order?
remember this
Of
Black
course.
Deus, so
There's still
don't
some
worry.
spare quarters open for him, and we can handle the paperwork later. Welcome to the order, kid.
Really?
It's easy.
Just like that? Thank you, Grandmaster. I mean, thank you, Irving.
Isn't there usually a process to this?
What, you want a trial? I trust your judgment. In fact, let's cut out the middleman, Next time, you can make that call yourself. Consider it a promotion.
A promotion? To what?
To a rank that doesn't exist yet. I'll handle that paperwork when I handle Saxon's.
But
You've proven you can make good decisions, even under extreme pressure. That's enough for me.
Hell yeah.
Now, dismissed. Go get
Okay,
some
so-
rest while you can.
Like,
You leave
from her
tomorrow
line
morning.
earlier, like earlier she had a line that went like, "Oh, father, are you proud of me? Or is this not, or is even this not enough yet?" I thought Irving had become like a giant asshole. No, he's fine. Cool.
And I'd already been planning my whole week.
Huh? Call it a rain check. Come on, let's go get some food. I'm starving.
Irving, they deserve to know everything.
I told you before, Alden. I'll tell them when they're ready.
About what?
From where I'm standing, they seem plenty ready to me.
I know, and I disagree. As Grand Master, and as their father, it's my call to make.
If you say so.
Oh, Alden, still playing second fiddle. The towering wheeled border territory. What are my reinforcements?
Something
there,
the matter,
there.
Arthur?
I see the reinforcement.
Yes, Gwyn. Something is definitely the matter.
Who are you?
Yeah? And what might that be?
When Father said he was sending reinforcements, I didn't think he'd be sending that.
That?
Who? Me? Who else would he send? If I were my dad, I wouldn't trust anyone besides Benji to keep Benji safe.
Yes! Fuck yeah! Look at him, he's back! My boy has returned!
See what I mean?
I don't know. I kinda like him.
Thanks, man. I kinda like you too.
Hey, that's the spirit. See, Arthur? He's a friend.
This is just Milo, but in video game form.
My friend, do you?
That a son of Benji's would possess the same gifts as his father is no shock, but you are truly the spitting image of
Wait, this is the son of Benji?
Wow. I would never spit on an image of the great Benji the Second. The fact you would says a lot about your character, old-timer.
You mean to tell me there's two of this guy?
3 even. Though, truthfully, I never met the progenitor Benji. That said, I can imagine what he might have been like.
Nah, probably not. Pops always told me he was unimaginably strong. And I sure can't, so he was right.
I can't imagine why.
Exactly my point. See? You ought to listen to Benji more often. Nobody's got more insight about the best-in-class family than Benji the Third.
Best in class?
I could talk your darn ears off about him, really.
You know, maybe you
There
should.
is no way
Arthur's
that's the
real
name.
shy, but he loves history.
Reardon.
Really? Well, that's great. It all started back in Red Hill, ancestral homeland of the best-in-class clan.
Hold that thought. There's trouble up ahead.
Oh, thank
God
heavens.
with this game. Hi?
What in the world? Why are they fighting?
Who knows?
Oh,
Sylvan
another
politics
outspit?
are pretty hard to look into.
A fight?
One intense
There's a
in
fight.
Dumpstead, baby.
Where's the fight?
Quiet down, you damn fool! You'll get us.
Hey, Toaster, how you
Not to
doing?
worry, team. I'll lead the charge. Time for a Benji brawl.
These voice actors are earning every cent. I like the voice acting in this a lot. Riordan sticks out a lot.
Nothing for it but to get in there and hope they don't kill the guy before.
Benji does a good job. Arthur does a... Everyone's kind of doing a good job. Some of them need a de-esser, says streamer with horrible audio.
Has already been defeated.
What?
This has never happened before.
Silence! You intrude upon our realm, human, and in doing so have disrupted
Kamari?
a sacred
FF10?
blood feud. The penalty for this is death.
Oh, phew. That's good. Because Benji is unkillable.
I love how he pronounces
that's enough
Benji
of that. He's
in a
clearly
different tone.
confused. You there, is this man one of yours?
He is, and he's certainly confused, in a sense at least. We mean you no harm.
Your kind oft say such things. Rarely do
Or
your
less,
actions
yes.
match your word. I will take no chances.
I said that's enough! Release the poor thing that we might send them on their way.
such that they may wreak havoc upon our home? No, I will do no such thing.
This is what I was worried about. Everyone get ready for a fight.
Oh, please.
And so their true intentions are laid bare. Man ever expects war wheresoever he treads.
I mean, you started
Where he
this?
does not find it, he makes it. You will find the Sylvans are no easy opponents.
Astounding. What manner of magic is he conjuring?
This is no magic of mine.
Nor is it mine. It sounds like a...
Mine collapsing.
stampede!
Another one. You are in luck, humans. We no longer have time to waste on you. Flee.
Never
lest
mind.
The beasts trample you in their wake.
Never mind.
Not a chance. We'll fight them with you. Maybe then you'll hear us out.
We'd appreciate any aid you can provide. But be wary, this is no simple foe.
Neither is Benji. I am an incredibly complicated foe.
Actually, Benji may be the simplest foe there is.
What they mean to say is that we're up to the challenge.
Oh no.
If you are not, you will die in place of our own people. This is acceptable.
Oh, I love this.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I'm having a great time, chat. I'm having a great time right now. Meditate by the pond, 0 out of 3, and accept the shrine challenge. What the fuck? Okay. And once again, we only have 8 turns. So this is going to be over in 8 turns. Please stop. I swear. We have Kamari, a level 8 Ritualist, and we've got Zanel, a level 6 Quick Draw. That's a shame. Now we're in double Quick Draws. But Benji is also a Gallant. So class diversity and all that. Cool, cool, cool. The question is, what's the map objective this time, right? We don't know that either. We do need to make it to the shrine. I don't know what they mean by shrine challenge, but okay. And an astral coin and an emerald. We want that anyway. Drops 1,000 gold. Yes. These trees are impassable. That's good to know. That means we can hold here by just standing in between. But there isn't too much coming from there anyway. What are you? Drops 1 axe. Is it like survive for 8 turns? Is that the objective? That's a differently colored tree. Drops a life essence. I think we're gonna like try to filter down here, but we do want to be here as well. Let's put you down there. Put you up. Who are we taking like to frontline this? Benji? Let's see. Benji 12 defense as opposed to 8. Can I have a look at... I cannot have a look at Benji right now because he's not part of the party proper yet. So I don't know what his ability is at all. Neither do I know that for these, and I cannot check either. So we're gonna run it like this. We do have like a decent AoE that we can start setting up. Kind of immediately, no? Let's start with that. Let's go. Actually, hold up. Save it. And then we start it up. Alright, let's do this. Survive. Survive for 8. Okay. Where men do not tread. Meditate by the pond. Accept the shrine challenge. Sword rune and a dagger rune. Not the greatest rewards, but rewards they are nonetheless. I'm much more interested in the loot that comes off of these. Much more interested. We do have 2,000 gold that just kind of drop from these idiots.
I can do this.
And we have to begin this with a Call the Storm, right? This is way too juicy. This puts all 3 of those into one-shot territory. Well, into kill territory, obviously.
Yes! I can't believe
nice. And neither can I, but well done.
I'll see it done.
This is 42 plus 4. These are all fort attackers except for this guy. Let's go spinny blades. For 1 attack received.
Try and stop me.
This is where we can check out whether this does anything here. 100% hit. We always kill.
For the order.
I forgot we have 49% crit chance.
That'll have to do.
Defense, mastery, might, HP. We really want to see luck and dex go up. And now we have lightly exhausted, light blocking. So that was a waste. I see, that was a waste to do. We should only do that if we expect that they are going to punch us back because we're doubling them. Or if we expect to not kill them. I see now. Okay. Never mind then. Learn for next time. That is a bear. That was a bear.
Sick him.
Give us attack combo really go crazy. Skills let you do a lot of weird things, yeah. Like, a lot. This is going to be a case of starting the lunar weaving. Okay, cool. So we have attacks that don't matter to me. I'll take those. We have an easy block here. We have a wolf that's doing things. What do you do, sir?
They will know fear.
42 plus 25%. Holy shit. And attacks heal equal to enemy bleed stacks. Heals up to 3 allies in line for 25. Applies 3 light bleed stacks if heal isn't to full HP. Oh! Someone played Darkest Dungeon. Cool. Like 8 severe bleed stacks chaining to 2 additional targets within 2 tiles. I don't like these. I'm gonna be honest with you, bleed isn't a stat I care for at the moment. Hex an enemy. Apply 9 heavy weak stacks. No. No, this ain't it, Chief. Additional enemies cannot use abilities. Capuchin, attack with your pet, dealing 18 additional damage and stealing 109 gold if the foe is killed. Which of these attacks needs to do the kill?
Fight as one.
Hey, that one was mine.
We did get the money. Okay, sick. Seraiden! Hell yeah. I hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy. Time to steal your gold from a bear! I mean, that's just capitalism, right?
Who, me?
All these bears hoarding all the wealth.
Special delivery.
We need to use an ability anyway to get our dodge stack up. And then, oh lord. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I expected much better of this. Oh. Like a critty, maybe? No critty. The fact that the monkey did more damage than the wolf, I mean... Are you familiar with the term adding insult to injury? Second win, heal for 8 damage, increases by damage done this chapter. Love that. That's his personal, that's cool.
Let Benji help.
Benji! This doesn't seem attackable. And you can just stand on the flag as well. That's pretty cool. Oh, that goes to friendlies. Ooh. Hold up, I need to start reading, like, ranges. Nothing here is super favorable. We could teleport something, I reckon.
Yep.
But I don't know whether I want to. We could Alden... We can't really Alden, never mind, that's a lie.
Happily.
We could do this. Gets down to half. And then...
Ha! Diddly do!
No, that's okay. We'll live. Actually, now that I say we'll live, Will it blend? The answer is it won't blend. But it could blend. 14%, 20% crit chance. There's no downside to taking this attack, right?
Well done.
Yeah, I don't super like Ritualists so far, believe it or not. And none of this has range on us. I'm worried what this challenge might mean. Let's send that. They are coming for us.
Let's finish this! Don't get in my way.
And we regain block! I forgot this also happens on off attacks. That's pretty nice. We get to off-turn blocks. Okay, okay, okay. Unavailable. Nice, nice, nice. Goes for the easy attack. That's obvious. And goes for the 12% hit chance.
Aw, trying to run.
Nice. That means we do get to convert this into a kill. A double. Beautiful. Level 7 speed. Oh. Yeah, fine. There's our poison, unfortunately. I do want to move this further and like get to the thing, right? We need to be there relatively quickly. And the more we can just off-turn here, the better. We can try to take the bridge. Hoping the trees don't come for us. That's the thing that I'm really worried about. We could hold the bridge against the trees. Yeah, they're coming for us. Never mind. And then that bear... Ooh, getting to that pond might be much more difficult than I thought. Oh no. There are reinforcements. There's many reinforcements. How the fuck do we meditate by the pond then? We can probably teleport over there. That's a play. We definitely need to be up here. That's probably the single most turn efficient thing we can do. By a lot. I say. These concern me a lot.
Speak.
The severe bleed sex don't do anything. We need to remove these this turn, right? And unfortunately, we don't have a good way to remove them. There is a world where we step here, don't have a target, never mind. Shit, I really want to move Valeria. Ooh, this is a sequence problem, chat. I found myself in a sequence problem.
Let's move, people.
And now I am afraid. 41% of the time we clear. This doesn't change that math. We do know. Uh-oh. Never mind. That just turned really awful. That goes down to 1. That's not something I'm interested in. What are the range here? The range is irrelevant. Take that away from me, please. Can't be trusted with it.
Be this way. Hey, finders keepers, right?
Is there anything we get to do here? So we can use Benji. If we Valeria this, Benji forward... No, Benji doesn't do anything then either.
Be decisive.
Go to this attack. Open Valeria forward. Doesn't do anything either. We didn't grab the upgraded range. And then we have to face all of this. We do have to ability something to refresh Shadow Step. So I want to be... Oh no, the thicket is just defense. We don't have a dodge thing here, do we? What do you have on accuracy for these? 93, 93. The wolves are the quote-unquote high accuracy ones, right? Yes, they are. So I'm pretty confident that Valeria can tank all of this if given the opportunity. How do we create that opportunity? We have to delete this. How do we delete this? Our deleter is too far away. One answer oh no. I didn't grab the range on phase, did I? Attack with her to delete the poison stack. The problem with attacking with her is that then she can't move, Marksman. The point is we need to find a way to push her forward. Like, probably here. This is the tile that I really want her on. But the only way to do that I see right now is to, like, Zanel shoot this. Or Kamari shoot this. And Kamari is range 1. No, he isn't. I can't attack that.
Let's do it.
That works. And then what? We have to push Benji here, attack this, Alden this, or Kamari this. Find a solution for these guys. The problem is this is magic damage, right? This is magic damage. And Benji no fort. Benji fort 5. I am not quite sure why my range 1-2 magical cannot attack over this tree. Silent Veil? Yes. Big yikes. Exactly. Let's just good and 2 seems to be better. Do I try 1, get 2, or get the bundle? 1 is a... I bounce off of 1 super hard, right? Like, 1 is a pretty flawed game, but I don't think it's bad. A full bundle. This one follows after 1. So there's, like, we've already seen returning characters. But I also didn't finish 1. 2 so far seems like a massive improvement over it. Like, all around, just a huge step up. That's the only thing I can really say. I am fucking hard stuck on this turn. This is a bad one.
Put me in, coach.
I'm hard stuck on this. Let's do this. Oh my god, in line it means like this? Oh no. Oh, we can't even heal there then. This is getting worse by the second. I feel like one you should play it first, because going back to 1 from 2 would be hard. Yes. Correct.
Don't overdo it now.
Here's the scary move.
Brace yourself! You simply chose the wrong side.
Oh. I mean, the Steam refund system doesn't really change anything about that, Paul. It does not really change anything about that, does it?
A taste of true power.
I mean, now we can do whatever. Now, oh, now we're free to do whatever the fuck we want. Huh. Peculiar.
Let's rock!
Because now the play seems to be like more akin to this. What is this attack looking like? It's looking like we do fuck all. We're doing fuck all. Oh lord. Ugh. I do feel like I want to hold this. They're range 2, right? They're range 1. This guy's range 2. Oh. That's reduced by 3.
This all you got?
Come on, we can both be poisoned together. Poison's gone. Benji! That protects the squishy from bear.
Crush them underfoot.
Bear might go here anyway. This is just what we're worried about now. We are on 7 def. That's bad. Do we get to interact with this? We do not. In that case, we just have to accept this, right? The good news is this is pure magic damage. So even both of these ganging up on Alden should be fine. The bad news is we don't have anything for Zanel to do. These are peachy.
I'll do it.
Or are they?
Be gone.
Reeve and Tear. Gets us out of range, gets us attacked by 2. This can't attack us, gets us attacked by a bear. That's the thing about bear attacks, chat. And one of these days, this joke will get old. And one of these days, one of you will know what that joke even is about. We talked about tailoring your language for your audience, right? And I regularly fail to do that. Well, there's nothing I want to do with that move, is there? We could set up here to jostle for position next turn. But, like, I don't see the value in doing that. The value in doing that is that otherwise we have 2 bears stacking up and then we're hard stuck again. So we do this. Eden attack. Bleh. I do not like this likely exhausted mechanic, if I'm being entirely honest with you. That is, like, I'm not a fan of that. I am just not. Yep, that's totally fine by me. Traffic jam. Unfortunately, Valeria is now going to have to tank 2 enemies. Here we come. Yep, that's fine. Wolf. Misses. Would have loved to crit. A crit would have been, like, turn-changing there. That always happens, yes. Fine. And here is the scary bear. The reason this bear is scary is... Whoa, Benji. Is because you see the giant aura it's carrying? That's no abilities. No abilities is spooky.
I'm going all out.
Nice, Valeria. That's a kill. And now we're rooted. The root part is a bit worse. Oh god, that's still 19% hit chance. If we can close in on this thing can't do anything anymore. There's the Alden. Luckily, this kills the bear.
Such power is wasted on
This
you.
really kills the bear. How's the dieting going? Badly. I crave pizza. The blood of the innocents. Oh, that's not what you meant. How's the deity going? Really well. This kills the tree. It shouldn't, but Alden is starting to get reasonable experience-ish. Hurrah. Light snared. Movement reduced by 3. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We have 5 more turns. 5 more turns. We also have a situation. Oh no, that's not how we're playing this, is it? That's totally how we're playing this. Fuck. No! Okay, we just wasted a turn. Let it never be said that I'm good at this. Let none lie to you. This is no abilities, right? Within 2 tiles cannot use abilities. That's exactly what this is. Why is it doing this? Are you like... Why can I not... Attack supply 1 stun. That's what it is. And I reckon if this wasn't so red, I could see that she's like grayed out or something. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Benji, kill this bear. Didn't want to kill it like this. I want to push Benji forward here.
Oh my.
We just don't get to do that.
No fear.
I need to free this up so we can quick
Don't
stitching.
disappoint me.
We have now quick stitched. We push this. We push this. This is more to jam up the entire situation here than anything else. And now... There's nothing left that's scaring me. This tree does not matter to me. This bear does not exist.
I am sorry, truly.
I'm not. Cool. So I fucked this up royally. Let's unfuck this.
Let's finish this!
Lady, you had 2 chances beforehand. This one's a bit late.
Let's put it to good use.
Let's let loose.
Check this out.
Damn good technique.
Fuck. I should start checking my mana before I do things. Reeve is 33 damage.
Be gone.
1 tree does not a challenge make, and 1 bear does not a healer threaten. Goodbye!
Way to make it happen.
Almost at healer 5. I feel relatively safe. That's a problem. I also feel like we're not making it to the pond in time, but we have an Alden teleport next turn that can accomplish that for us. And most importantly, there are no other threats that would cause me to have to react to anything. For now. This is nothing. Actually, that's a dead bear. I lied. Unit time to kill seems to be relatively high this time about. That doesn't worry me per se, but it does I do wonder about it. Phase the Benji.
I'm here, don't worry.
There's something to be said about Benji being the one to meditate now. This kills the tree. That's a waste of experience, unfortunately.
I'll never get used to this.
We meditated. This says, accept the shrine challenge.
It's time.
Look at that. There are dudes here. They are duding really hard. I don't like that. We have 40 mana.
We need to move.
How much damage does Reeve do right now? We don't have the mana for Reeve. 37. They're magic damage dealers. Hold up. They are magical fucks. That's cool. That's very cool. Well, this is another Benji Gram. This is Benji the Third. This is his son, also named
Nothing's
Benji.
Stopping me now.
which I find hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But I'm also easily amused.
I'll protect you.
Let it never be said that I'm a complicated man to entertain. The pity runs in the family. Listen, he's unkillable. He said so. Oh my god. So is this tree, by the way. I'm super tempted to do this. Leads exchange to 2 additional targets within... Oh, never mind. Can't afford it. We do once again have to apply an ability. Let's just poison this tree. That's a lot lower health now. We might be able to kill this off.
What a day for a fight.
Their family name is Best in Class. Best in Class. I love them.
Let's do it.
They are so stupid. They are my favorites. There's our kill.
We don't have these back home.
The next thing that we need to plan for, we can't quick stitch. The next thing we need to kind of account for is that the game might tell me that the different units have to meditate. In which case...
We can't stop now.
I will. That gives us some blocking, just in case that matters. These guys are like... Oh, they're speed 5. I thought they were like super fast. Look at them. They look so fancy. Always attacks first. Always makes a double attack. Fuck. Good luck, Reardon. I shouldn't be concerned. I'm not concerned. Full damage you did. Bond available. Aw, lovely. Never mind, that is 18 damage. Well, swords, though. Radiates truly brilliant amounts of himbo energy. They are absolutely. Absolutely. I very much look forward to the exploits of Benji the Third. Very much look forward to it. There are reinforcements. These don't matter. This doesn't matter. That does, and it works. Watch out for that tree. Whoop. We will just hold the line here.
Hold still for a moment.
We can even heal there. Like, we just need to use an ability to get the dodge, right? So, here we are.
Going all out.
Okay. If we get a double crit, we clear. That would be funny. Not quite. We clear on the punchback. When he says Benji, it is just disjointed enough I could believe it is the same audio clip every time. When Benji talks about Benji, it does kind of sound like someone is filling in the word Benji. You're right. You are absolutely correct.
Let's get it done.
I do sort of love that, though.
Stay down.
Let's move, people.
You know what? You know what?
It had to be done.
Damn good technique.
So tantalizingly close, yeah. The thing that's really close is this. But there is no kill here. There is no kill here. The only thing we have is Healing Touch. And that's not getting her there. Not yet, anyway. Geomancy! That didn't look like Geomancy, that looked like Mancy. There was no Geo in there. Disappointed! And then... You can tank that on the fort, that's okay. I don't want to commit Alden to more things, he's already committed too many crimes. But we'll put the Hornless guy over there. He's also a really high level, right? He's also level 8. He's just Alden 2. But like the healer version. Yeah. That's also a mistake. Oh, there's like other additional fizz stuff on the top left. I didn't even see those. Are they all trying to come for this bridge? Please tell me everyone is trying to get on this small bridge because that's the closest aggro they can find. I would love that. They do not want to move around because they... No. No, don't tell me that's how the AI works. I think we just learned something dangerous. I think they're planning for the closest route and not for the possible route. Which means they just see this and then they're endlessly stacking. There is no world in which that's true.
If I have to.
So I cannot move anyone else in there.
Let me patch you up.
Because it would mean that we fuck up the aggro for
Try a little harder
for
next
Valeria
time.
there. What we can do is we can read a motherfucking book, right?
I'm here, don't worry. Ho, ho, ho.
Benji has now meditated 3 times. He truly has become calm incarnate. Sorry, Karn incarnate.
Okie dokie.
Different problem. Let's see what the fuck's with it. We're fine now, so... Please tell me they're moving in. Please, I need this. Make me happy. Benji has ascended and now is a Benji. Correct. Okay, no. No! You've got to be fucking kidding me. There's no way that should work like that. We have unlocked extended AI manipulation now.
Let's move, people.
And I didn't think we would. I did not think we would.
Happily.
Before we get no experience, let's at least get some experience.
Just a fraction of my power.
That tree has achieved sentience!
You make it look
Correct.
easy. This all you got?
Poison. Attacks. I love poison. The fucking poison ability is my favorite by a lot. Disgusting monkey.
The wheel stands strong.
Money? Money? Thank you for the money.
Put me in, coach.
Yo, we keep meditating.
Don't waste my time.
Let's go, Benji! Yeah, they're just going for this. That is so silly. Give me a crit. No. Last turn. And they still spawn things on the last turn. That is peculiar. Why would they do that? These never matter, do they? No, we got all of the loot from here too.
Oh, yeah!
Benji! Can we capitalize on anything? Is there any, like, opportunity we can still grasp? You can get dumb levels of, like, XP that doesn't matter.
Who, me?
Not really.
You need me?
Oh, I fucked up.
I'm here, don't worry.
Now we should have used the ability there. But no, that's it. I don't know whether we end on turn end or whether we end on enemy action end. We end after enemy, okay. Hey, Alizarin, how's the Dark 82 vibe so far? Very, very good, I have to say. Very, very good.
I hope you find peace.
Nice, Arthur got a level.
I can feel something calling me.
Mastery, might, and speed, insane. We got him. This will never do anything. Can we get... No, there's no more. There's no more other attack on Valeria for a potential level up. But man, dodge taking got interesting with that exhaustion stuff, eh? Not happy that Alden MVP'd. Not happy with that at all. Valeria, that I did like. Gwyn, I'm confident that we picked the right class. And confident we picked the right class for Gwyn. At least that I can say now that we've played it for a round.
You survived. I am both impressed and disappointed.
Yeah, and you're a prick.
Perhaps you should adjust your expectations then.
Thank you, travelers. I must apologize for the greeting you received. It is an uneasy time in the Weald of late.
These beasts. Theirs was no natural rampage. This must be related to the wards.
You know of the wards?
We do. That's what we came here to investigate.
We're the Order of Eternals. We're here in search of an elf called Kamari that we might offer our aid.
Oh, fuck.
Your search is over, for I am the one called Kamari. If you know aught of the wards, then you will tell me.
Of course. After you tell us what's going on with this blood feud.
You are not in a bargaining position, human.
We are.
You will tell me. It was not an offer for negotiation.
I do like his
Not
voice actor
to
a lot, by the
worry.
way.
I will explain the situation if he will not.
Hey, at least one of them's nice.
And some hopes that they'd learn from DD1 and make a great sequel. DD2 so far is the epitome of we looked at the game before and like we took the things that didn't work and changed them. I'll just give you a couple of examples. That was Aaron. The mastery stat that was completely fucked in DD1, right, and led to damage calculation being out of this world complicated. Mastery still exists, but now it's the stat that increases your abilities, the way that your abilities work, right? A unit no longer has one ability, they now have a selection of abilities. Every character has a personal ability that they always carry with them, and then classes have additional abilities that they gain when you pick them. And mastery is just a stat that gets applied to those abilities and increases what they do. Every ability tells you how much mastery influences them too, so it's relatively easy to calculate. There are no more magic and strength stats, it's now just rolled into might, which means if your fucking Gale Adept rolls another magic stat level up, you don't have to cry about it, because now it's just might that is useful. I do find magic and physical attacks, because death and fortitude is still a thing, I do find that a bit harder to read, because you have to look at an enemy and see that it's range 1 magical, instead of seeing that it's a mage with a magic stat. But overall, it is clearly displayed in the UI. The unit sprites are a million times better, because they're not just a different head printed onto the same body over and over, right? You can no longer buy stat boosters in the shop, so that sounds like a weird complaint, but one of the problems with DD1 was that really early on in the game, you wanted to know which units you were going to run with for the rest of the game. Because you could buy stat boosters in the shop and you wanted to invest those onto those units, right? That level is kind of taken away. Unit customization now happens through like a bit more of equipment thing. There's like rings you can craft that are kind of like the aspects that you got earlier in DD1. Every unit can carry 2 rings and they have wild effects. Think of aspects in one. They work kind of like that. But you have to craft them out of materials that you get. What else? You no longer have 4 different fucking weapons you carry around and then you have to find the right one. Instead, you have one weapon that you equip and those weapons have different stats. Like you find different weapons, right? But no longer do you have to carry an entire arsenal around. All of that, every single thing in DD1 that was a bit jank, that is being touched upon here again, has been either changed or improved or polished in some way, shape, or form. And that is a lot. That is a lot, I'll say.
Indeed. You will accompany us to the
Once
home
we're back
of
in
my
camp, I can
tribe,
show a couple of things.
Kava. There, we will tell of all we've learned, as will you. The Kasaba, too, will be granted safe passage. Stray from the path we set if you dare. We will not come for your corpse.
We thank you for your, generosity.
Oh, absolutely, Azarin. It's not something I've
You may
talked
stay
about
near
yet,
to the
so
Kasaba if you wish.
I do like to
We
take
will
the
guide
chance
you
to
should you lose your way.
compile my thoughts as well.
Much appreciated.
Beneath shaded boughs. Training chapters cost gold to embark on, but are useful if you want to level up your units. Oh my god, side quests! Bitch! They contain no loot, but can be done infinitely as long as you have the gold. I cannot tell you how hard I am right now. No, like, this... So, it has forever kind of been a thing that I do not like the structure that is very, very common in tactics games. A lot of tactics games have a linear structure of mission 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, end of game eventually, right? And I've never super been a fan of that structure. Never been a super fan of that structure. Say it with me. Troubleshooter, for example, has a freeform mission structure where you have your story missions that plan out that way, but you have a gazillion side missions that you can take. That oftentimes leads you to be wildly overpowered, but Troubleshooter also really likes to kick your ass, so that's okay. Here we now have a compromise between the two. We have our linear structure, and then we have, as a means of spending a limited resource, training chapters. Cool. We will have a look at one of these. So, here's how unit advancements work right now. Benji has a longsword, and we can exchange that for a faithful longsword, which I think is just the same thing, but that's the weapon that we had on Gwyn. Yeah, that's just the same thing. Oh no, it's a faithful longsword because we added a faith rune onto it. Let's see. What did faith do again? I forgot what that does. Faith. Accuracy plus 20. That's what that does. Okay. So, weapons can have runes. These are kind of harkening back to the times of old, where you have like your power weapon, your light weapon, your kind of crit weapon, and then your balanced weapon. But it's different. And then there's also a bunch of like additional shit that you can attach. You can see the effect below. Yeah, it's right there, isn't it, Misty? It's right there. Wow. Local streamer, fucking blind. It's right there, yeah. But you also find different weapons, right? So we have an axe, we have a hatchet. You can see the stats of them on top right there. For example, we are currently on a really heavy crit weapon. And then we've given it an assassin rune, which makes us do 50% more additional damage on crits. So we have like 50% or 42% crit chance. Can't see that, my face is in front of it. But we also do more damage on crits, so that's just where we're going with it. But for example, I could switch to this axe now. And we don't have an axe rune, never mind. But most importantly, when you get a rune, it drops as a rune for an axe. So you can spend that on an axe character without worrying that you should really be upgrading your sword characters right about now. There is a sort of lessened exclusivity in that. And the upgrades are different, right? Like, so for example, for Alden, we can grab Tactician. Every debuff on an enemy increases damage by 2. But for daggers, that's not an upgrade. There are some that overlap, obviously. But I really want to take stagger. 30 heavy blind stacks, dude. If we double things, we're on 17 speed. If we double things and we just apply blind to them, we could dodge tank like crazy. We can dodge tank so hard. After pizza withdrawal, that's exactly what it is, Link. Local streamer develops blindness after pizza withdrawal. That's exactly what's happening here. So that's one aspect of character development. Weapons and attaching runes to them. Then you have rings. And rings are just, like I said earlier, these are your eternal aspects, right? You gain these resources up here from killing enemies or finding them on missions, and then you can craft these rings. Ignore 1% of enemy resistance per mastery, Sounds pretty lame, but that's per mastery. That's a lot. Taking damage reflects heavy bleed, equal to 8% of your max HP. Cool, gives debuffs to enemies. And there is a fuck ton of these. And at any point when you have the materials, you can just craft that ring. And then you can equip it. For example, the one ring we made so far is a lava ring, which makes our abilities gain 20% more effect. We put that on Saxon, which is probably a bad target, but our AoE is 20% stronger. That's what that does there. So that's rings. Then we have elixirs. Elixirs are your set boosters from the previous game. You can no longer buy them, as far as I know anyway. They're not in the shop. Or they might be, but to a very limited extent. We haven't really used any of these. And then shop, this one refreshes. There is an elixir of might there. We don't have the money for it. That's a different problem. There's runes you can buy to upgrade your weapons with. Weapons themselves, I reckon these refresh over time. You get to sell some stuff. We already talked to the dev. See, now the knife is sellable. Wonderful. The lower ones seem to not be sellable right now. That is the bug. But we do desperately want money. Kind of very desperately. Then, this is just like the equipment section for your characters. Then you have your unit management. For example, if I look at Gwyn, Gwyn has the ability Brutal Strike. Attack dealing 10 additional damage. Because of Gwyn's class, which we can see in here, she's a devoted. She gains Spinning Blade, which allows us to gain Light Block, which is a damage reduction, and Mana Hemorrhage. No, this is just Hemorrhage. Apply bleed stacks on enemies. These we get. But if we have another devoted, for example, Benji could also be devoted. That's kind of like the warrior all-rounder now. Benji would have a different first ability, because these are character-by-character basis. And now that we're in this menu, abilities can be upgraded. For example, what I took for Brutal Strike was 50% lifesteal on the bloody thing. That's a lot of lifesteal for something that hits for 30 or 40. Once you upgrade it, then you need a higher material to give it another upgrade. We don't have these yet, obviously. What we do have is 4 of whatever that's called to do something with Spinning Blade. So we can reduce its mana cost by 10. We can increase the number of stacks that it applies by 5. So then it gives us 22 stacks of Light Block. We can allow it to clear all debuffs from us, which is kind of sick. Or we can say our mastery scaling gets increased by 40%. Right now, 60% of our mastery, which is about 7, gets applied to this. So you can see there it says the base is 10 plus 60% of your mastery. And that would take it to 10 plus 100% of our mastery, which is obviously going to outpace this quite heavily. It's already a minimum of 4 and more later down the line. For now, I will declare that I would like this to clear debuffs on me. And that uses one of the resources that we keep getting, and now wants a higher one for the next one. Let's have a look at Benji. So, second wind, heal for 8 damage, increases by damage done this chapter. So Benji has a self-heal that scales off of 50% of his mastery. We can mana cost and healing raised by 50%. I'd rather not. I kind of want to just say, hey, let this also cleanse debuffs, right? He's heavily going to be tanking. Let's clear debuffs from us. Sounds crazy. Mind you, these abilities, once you use them, if they're not an offensive ability, you still have your normal attack. So we can walk up to an enemy, second wind ourselves to cleanse debuffs and heal ourselves, and then just punch them still. You just can't move anymore after you use an ability, blue and green ability specifically. When you use a red ability, that ends, that's your attack. But all the red abilities we've seen so far have been attacks in their own right, so. Damage and maximum damage scaling, I see. I think we just want this to do more damage. So right now it tries to do 49 damage and then split it to everyone with a maximum of 19 each, which means if we only have 2 targets, we are wasting 11 damage. This would fix that. Now we're wasting 1 damage. And then we pick this up for our next one, which scales the main as well. Obvious army management looks exactly what I want from this sort of game. I love team building and I love army management. DD2 has a lot more of it than DD1 had. Remember in DD1, what did you have? You had what is in your unit's inventory, 4 different inventory pieces. One of them could be an aspect that gave you an ability, or like a passive. And then you had which class you picked, and that was fucking it, right? There was no other management. There is a lot of it now, and for fans of DD1, there might be a bit too much of it. If you like that lightweight unit management, this might be a bit much. I think overall, like in the grand scheme of the genre, this isn't too much whatsoever. But everyone's tastes will differ on this, right? Everyone's tastes will differ on this. Last but not least, you have your class trees. Once you hit level 5, you get to pick your first class, which is a departure from the first game where they set them at level 10. And then at level 25, so 20 levels later, you get to pick your second one. Also departure from the 30. Just downshifted a lot. This seems to be the tree that Cassandra is in, right? Yeah, this is the tree that Cassandra is in. So how many different ones have we seen so far? The weird magic tree, the adept tree, which we now need to read in a second, the warrior tree, the bow guy tree, mages, rogues. No, that's also warrior. Yeah. That might have been, like, cut down from the previous one. I was thinking of replaying Symphony of War because I really like the army customization. I have strong opinions on Symphony of War. Very strong opinions on Symphony of War. If you really like unit customization, Alzarin, play Troubleshooter. Play Troubleshooter. Big recommend. Alright, let's look at Saxon. So, we haven't seen the Adept tree at all yet, right? The strongest power in Symphony of War is the skip cutscene button. Fuck yeah. Really is. Soul Nomad as a mood, it really is. So, Gale, my favorite class from DD1, now has a sword. Big disagree. Gale is still the dodge and the ack and none of the crit and all of the speed. 55 dexterity. Actually, this isn't great. This is not great at all. We get Turbine. Deals 6 extra damage to weakened enemies. I don't know what weakened means, but probably they've been debuffed. Ravager wins. Apply 12 heavy weak stacks up to 6 enemies in a line. Funny. This is the Hold the Bridge character. And Stormborn, switch damage type to magic. Oh. You get to free switch magic and range. Magic and fizz. Very funny. But really on the frail side. Like, yeah, you get speed like crazy, but it does not seem to be... It's less Bianca and more... I don't know. Conduit. This is a ranged magic class. Deal 22 damage, chains up to 3 enemies within 2 tiles. Chain lightning, my dude. I love chain lightning, though. And defibrillate. Heal an ally for 49 and apply light stun if they have more than 14 health. Huh. So you really don't want to heal with this, unless you have to. Mana usage within 2 tiles increases crit by 6 until next crit. Wow, your allies feel you critting, eh? This feels like a class that just mastery spams, 95% mastery level up as well. Oh yeah, no, I'm in the way of that. Yeah. We've tried to cast this a lot and that's it. Fridolin. Physical axe melee. Ice Spire. Creates an icy spire for 1 turn, blocking movement. Oh fuck, I love terrain manipulation. Apply 6 severe block stacks to self. Severe block is just heavy block, apparently. Bit of a wording issue there. But 2 attacks received damage reduces by 4. Pretty shitty mastery scaling. Gain 5 power and 25 accuracy while block is active. Oh. A shit ton of HP, a shit ton of might, and 100% defense scaling. However, our fortitude goes down to 1. This is the Fizz tank. And last but not least, we have Monk. Charged Key elevates the unit's key state, raising advanced stats by 8 for 2 turns. Wait, what? That's kind of insane. Wait, that's busted. Huh. Oh. Hold up. That's really good. Mastery is now all stats. That's exactly what it now is. Just gain 8 true speed. Mind you, this doesn't take your turn. This does not take your turn. You just can't move anymore after you use it. So you move to the enemy, use it, and then you start pummeling them to death. And this is, you can't see this once again. This starts on 11 speed already. Oh. This is the new Gale is what this is. Just without all the stupid... Like, we only have 2 luck, so our crit's kind of shit. We do not get to buff luck, but that's okay. That's the boss killer. It really isn't. It lasts for 2 turns, and it only costs... It only, quote-unquote, costs 60. You can just keep that active. You just keep that active. How much mana do we spend every turn? Do we regen every turn? You can buff crit? I don't think we have to. Opal, I don't think we have to. I think we raw. I think we just go raw. We have 85% might scaling. Anyway, Key Blast sets a bolt of energy at the enemy within 3 tiles. Oh god, if you can't get into range, now you can. Crit is an advanced stat. True, but we don't ever get it to anywhere that matters, right? Attacks apply 5 heavy weak stacks. They just do? Attacks just apply heavy weak? None of these classes even come close to how sick this class is. None of them do. Mid. 2 more. Here's another cool thing, though. I could side promote. So this was a thing. It wasn't a thing in DD1, obviously. But now you can just side promote. It will cost you a coin. We only have 2 coins left, and coins are either found on missions or bought from the store for many money. But theoretically, you can change your choice if what you picked does not work out. Which we might do for Reardon, because I don't like the fact that we have 2 quick draws. I really don't like that we have 2 quick draws. In case in love with Monk, you'd be thinking correctly. I am. This feels so bad. This feels bad. But then this is just 16 additional damage. So Mastery is now your stat. You just want to spam this, but 60 mana for it though. I don't know, dude. The Monk self-buff still can upgrade into. Yeah, Marksman, exactly same. You know what the crack thing is? Reduces mana cost. Casting the ability heals the user for 8. Clear all debuffs. Mana cost and stats reduced by 50%. Clears all debuffs is insane, right? However, we can give Key Blast lifesteal, dude. 60% lifesteal? Make it range 4. What do you mean, make it range 4? Oh my lord. So, there is a downside. Call the Storm is taking like lesser priority now. I'm tempted to take the mana cost reduction because we're going to struggle on mana. If I want to like keep this up and like want to cast Call the Storm, this is a really good ability. But I don't think it's ever this. I think it's that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have to go through the bonds as well. We're not going to do that now. We're going to do that next time. I do want to go through the bond conversations on stream. Because this time they tell you, like, what you get. You're getting something, getting convos out of them. Like, I am interested in that quite a lot. We're going to tackle these next time. I want to fire one of these training missions. Spent 1,000 gold. Ooh. No. Wait a second. So we know these don't drop loot. But I think I just had a very dumb revelation. There's no way that works. But what if there is a way that that works? What if there is a way? Hold up. I might be cooking something very, very dumb. Let's do this. So, training chapter. Our first training chapter. If I try to attack... Oh, no, no, come here. If I try to attack you right now, what would happen? Not much.
I'll do it myself.
You're now bleeding. Hi.
Let's finish this.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot. Never mind. That was a waste. Dex, mastery, luck, might, HP, wonderful. We didn't get a speed there, right? I hate that that window auto closes. I do... Shit, that's what I should have done. I should have annoyed the dev about this. That's what I should have done.
Let me handle this.
It's incredible. It's incredible. We just teleport in, dude. Pick off.
Over.
Wonderful.
Yes. I can't believe
Speeds, all of the defensives, mastery, luck. Wonderful. Bungie. Bungie. Gets hit. Doesn't matter. Screen out dumb things.
Let me help.
Really, the reason we're in here is to get Cassandra some proper levels, because she's the one that needs them the most. We could start reaving, but I'd much rather just hit this guy and save on the mana. The battle overview screen is a little hard to read. Oh, let me explain. Let me explain. I thought so too, until I gave it a second. The battle forecast screen does need, like, a bit of an explanation. But once you have that, you will be fine. I promise you. Allies within 2 tiles gain accuracy. All of those skulls, by the way, there is a mode that you can optionally enable in the game called Oops All Empowerment, which means that all enemies have a random thing that they do. We have picked that mode on top of playing on Deity difficulty. So, that's what all those skulls are. 0.
This one's mine.
Your life saving. That gives us our shields back. Shields activate, and you're going for Olden, but, you know, that's okay. Okay, you're going to be the prime example. This one is going to be the guinea pig. Please dodge something, sir.
Part and parcel, huh?
I have a feeling Saxon is going to become a carry in a minute. I really think so. Oh my lord. Oh no. Luckily that's the only hit that can get us here.
Go me! And cute as a button
Beat
to
Dex.
boot.
Nice level up. Very nice level up. Okay. There is no way that this gives us money. Right?
Progress cannot be stopped. The wield strengthens me, even now.
Okay. They thought of that. I cannot tell you that I'm not disappointed. But it's better that way. I was over here going like, ooh, we go infinite now. We kill 10 people per map with this and we'll be fine now. No.
Oh, yeah.
No such luck. They thought of it. Zack's do physical or magical damage? I'm pretty sure he's on fizz damage. He is range 1 physical.
You sure? Let's get it done.
And I also think it's to stop trying to feed him experience because he's going to eat the experience by himself now. I don't think he will require
They're
much
mine.
feeding.
We can't stop now.
We have a shield over there. That's
Coming.
cool.
I'll protect you.
I'm healing over there.
I'm overflowing
There's
with
our healer level
radiance.
5. There we go. Onward. This should do basically nothing. Yeah, look at that.
For the order!
Oh, I'm super happy with Gwyn.
Don't get in my way.
Gwyn does exactly the things. 100% hit chance against my dodge tank. Not a fan. Didn't use an ability last turn, so we're missing 20% dodge, but even then, rough. Very rough. Let's sort things up down here. Unfortunately, I brought exactly one initiation frontliner instead of many. Let's spin it up.
Try and stop me.
That might be a bit too much block considering we only get it for one turn.
They will know fear.
Well, that's not great. If we could bait this on Alden, that wouldn't be too awful. There we are. This situation. Benji! Kill. Benji will protect. Probably has a never miss passive. Ah, I didn't even think of that. I did not think of that. I could mess with that, but the way that I can mess with it isn't interesting to me. So we could move Arthur up here, then teleport Saxon over. Which is like a way to handle this scenario, but not one I like. 29 into... That's a kill, never mind. We can just reave. I just realized I said I was going to explain the preview window, and then I didn't. Sorry about that. Next turn, I promise. Next turn. I will do it next turn. Interesting enough, even though this UI is prettier, I do not like this UI. Kind of almost for no reason. The UI is perfectly fine. I just find this harder to parse than DD1's for some reason. But I could not specifically tell you why that is. Isn't super easy to read it at a glance? I think it is. Honestly, I think it is. It's too sparse. I think it's like too spread out, yeah. Like, it's too picture framey. I like that it's ornamental and all and integrates nicely.
More like the bestest.
Benji! But above the HP blocks, yeah, neither am I. I do think I like them more than I like HP bars that don't do anything either. But they do take up a lot of space. Okay, so. Oh, we got it. Attack supply 1 stun. Cool. So, previews. For those of you that don't know how that works. Here's our preview. Blue is us hitting them. Hit chance, damage, crit chance. Same as always. Up here is the prognosis for how the entire fight is going to end. However, this gets a bit wonky if you're in melee. So you always read them from top to bottom. Remaining HP. Red is enemies attacking us. If there are doubles, you might see another stat block below it. For example, if we have... Not in range, never mind. Can't show that way. If you have double attacks, or if you have animal attacks, like those assisted attacks, they also show up as a stat block just beneath it.
Coming.
In essence, what you need to look at is really just this at the top. And then if you want to know how the fuck it got there, you just read all of the things beneath it. That's really all you need to do.
I'll protect you.
Wish we had something like that for abilities, because there is no... Oh.
Yes!
Oh!
I can't believe it.
Oh my.
Do it.
Oh.
Steady.
That was a level up. That was most certainly a level up. Move everyone in. This exists. Almost got a perfect level up. We did already get a perfect level up.
Keep it up.
In this playthrough, and there is an achievement for it. There is an entire achievement for it. Don't really need the support down there, do we? We just gather up with the main team. The real lesson about this game that I'm taking away is to use Saxon. Funnily enough, Saxon until now has kind of been like a little AoE bot that I put in to like cast this funny AoE. And other than that, I've ignored him. Like the real star that I think, our real star I think is Gwyn. Gwyn is A, the new protagonist, and B, incredibly busted.
Try and stop me.
Yeah, no, Saxon is...
Don't disappoint me.
Absolutely doing things. But it's a little early for me to like definitively be able to ascertain like, hey, these are the worthwhile units, right? But Saxon, yeah, that shit's crazy.
We need to move.
Arthur needs some more XP. Arthur's behind. A Geomancer, really, really cool class. There's our level 7. Beautiful.
I can feel something coming.
And by behind, I mean behind the other units. I think we're all above the curve at the moment. The curve seems to want us to be at about level 6.
Let's get it done.
Outside of our beloved healer over here, who has a habit of saying okie dokie. Which isn't weird, but it sounds weird in this context. Everyone should be there. Pero. Oh, and then you die. Cool.
That'll have to do.
Dex defense might. Fine. As long as we get Dex and or luck, hopefully both, I'm going to be content. Oh, we're doubling now. Pretty, pretty. Even that's only 9 damage. Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, goddamn. That's 0 again because our life blocking is back. Give me a crit. Where's my crit? 42% crit chance, by the way. 42%, by the way. So how are levels
Orders.
looking? Reardon needs a level.
Guess
I think we have
was
everyone around
better.
level 7 now, right?
Crush them underfoot.
That's the new standard. Except for our healers.
Alrighty.
Happily. You need me?
You there.
Let me help.
Healing torch. And then we have to worry about mages. We do not have to worry about mages.
I got this.
We could go charge key again, but I think we go charge key on a turn where we can actually attack the enemy. Instead of randomly charging key for no reason.
They will know fear.
It's really just Gwyn that I want to give XP to from all of these.
Mine.
There's the crit now that it's no longer necessary. Well bloody done, lady.
Always
Typical.
moving.
One thing we haven't talked about
Don't
yet at all,
disappoint
which I think is going to be very, very interesting in this and also very, very important to learn, is mana management. Mana is now a huge deal. Right? Benji! Big fan of his sturdiness. And then Arthur. We're in leave range. Beautiful, beautiful. I just kind of want to not aggro, yes. I would like to not aggro that mage. What if... Oh, I never took that talent a lot.
I'm here, don't worry.
Oh no.
Just when I thought I'd hit my limit.
Ooh. The 5 tiles on Alden do not mean passable terrain. It's any 5 tiles.
Let me handle this.
Okay. Hi. Oh no, 2 damage. Whatever shall we do? Oh no. Rai! Good evening! Hello, Rai. How are you doing? Thank you for the 73 months. That is the second 70 plus month sub today. Fucking hell.
Alrighty.
How are you doing, Rai? How's it going? Good evening. Let's just eat some mages, dude. Oh, 13. Oh, this one might be a bit spooky. Did I overcommit? No, it's the children that are wrong.
What? Not as many, but I remember.
Yes! I can't believe it.
Taco! Thank you for the 23 months. That's the second one that ends on a 3 in a row. Crazy. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Taco. Stressful day. We have the auditors at work from the government checking on visa status of students. Oh, that is fucking stressful. Oh, that is an IT
here,
nightmare, is it not? Bringing scary stuff? No. UK. It's alright, in UK. Very differently tinged problem. Very differently colored. Still annoying work, but like on a UK scale.
Coming.
I hope they pass
I'll
by
protect
soon,
you.
right? Remember, auditors are like locusts. Like eventually they will move on. Because they have to most of the time, because
Let's
otherwise
rock.
people kill them.
Yes?
Don't waste my time.
This is where I quote one of
Orders.
my favorite fucking Fry and Laurie sketches again, right? Estate agents. You can't live with them. You can't live with them. It's the same for auditors. If you try to kill them, you go to prison. I love that sketch. Estate agents roam the land, causing perturbation. Okay, I'm going to quote the rest of this if no one stops me. Why won't you stop me? Go watch that sketch. Incredibly easy clears. Obviously, at this point, we have reached a status of over-leveling.
Always moving.
And we can't even get everyone to move in there. I'm mildly disappointed that my plan of just shoot them for the bounty doesn't work. Obviously, they thought of this. Very sad. Please stop thinking about it. Times are scary. Times are absolutely scary, but... I know this is a harsh topic, Sarain, but I think that once you go to university, you might have probably, like, figured your fucking residency status out. Or at least I think you should have at that point. That is a massive step in your life where you should have cleared these things up by then. I don't know how reasonable it is to expect that. Like, let me be clear about this. This has obviously never been like a reality that I've had to live.
Special delivery.
But it feels like that to me. And what do I know? No, auditors are just scary people in general, it's true.
Try a little harder next
Good.
time.
Crush them underfoot.
So, how scary is this boss? Not at all. We still don't have any fort, but... do we have to? I don't think we have to have any. This level was also very reasonable amounts of experience. No, Los, you're smart. Yeah, but still, this is something that, like, I'm going to have an opinion on, obviously. But I like to let people know if my opinion is based on nothing. This is very much one of those. This is an opinion that's based on fucking nothing. So, like, if you know better, like, let me know.
Put me
If I'm
in,
wrong,
coach.
I'm wrong, right? A lot of the time, if you're just very confidently saying something, people will believe you, right? Confidence is always king.
Well done, everyone. Let's keep rolling.
And I say a lot of things in a very loud voice sometimes. So, sometimes the clarification does not go amiss, you know? All right. Training mission complete. There was 1,000 gold. Well spent. We got a good amount of training in there. Cassandra. Let's have a look at the Weird Mage tree. I'm going to tell you right now, I am looking for healing capabilities out of her. That's really the thing I'm mostly interested in. But maybe we'll find something else. Juggernaut. Probably not a healer. Consume all active debuffs to heal for 8 each. I don't know whether that's target itself only or not. Who knows? A Wreathed in Flame. Call flames causing your next 2 attacks to take 8 damage after combat. Your next 2 attackers. This is just tanking. But it's fortitude tanking with some defense. Pain absorption. Taking damage restores mana equal to damage. Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay. Unfortunately, as a healer, we cannot heal ourselves. Wave Seer. Healing Wave. Heals up to 2 allies in a line for 17. Ah. Resto Shaman. Whirlpool. Create a 3x3 whirlpool that units cannot move out of for... Oh no. Area control. Also mana cost reduced by 30%. This class does fuck all except scale some mastery. This is squishy. First of all, this is a crazy passive. Second of all, fuck. That is big, right? That is huge. I don't know how the AI interacts with this because it might still move in there so we can gather them up and then do dumb shit with them. I love this. I love this a lot. It's also very much something that allows us to, like, put ranged attacks into something while knowing that they can't get to us. Big fan. Elementalist. Ice shield. Shield an ally with ice, applying 7 heavy block. Cool. Very cool. Remote application of heavy block. Nice. Flame strike. Call a pillar of flame dealing 23 damage in a 5-tile AoE. By 5-tile, they probably mean a cross, right? That's still very cool. Power increased by 4 after ability use until next combat. So if you keep using powers and stacking this, and then you go into one combat with one bigger hit, and then Ritualist, we're seeing Ritualist already. That's what Kamari is on. Yeah, I'm picking Wave Seer. Like, easily picking Wave Seer. Abilities. Whirlpool. God, look at the mana cost, how funky they are now. We have reduced mana cost, twice, cool. Increase the range, that's almost guaranteed the pick. Increase the duration, oh. It has to be the range for usability, right? Otherwise, we're almost going to be bordering a 3x3. So at a range 2, that means we're almost always going to be next to the 3x3 at the moment. And I don't want to be next to the 3x3. The point is to contain units therein. But damn, the duration is tempting. Give me that range. Increase the number of targets that the will affects by. It's in a line, so the number of targets that the will affects by. Okay, never mind, we just have 2. Okay, debuffs, we're not going to pick any of this. And then healing touch is healing touch. This is now very affordable, I love it. Cool. Ah! This is fucking great. Twitch chat, this is so fun. Dark Deity 2 is such a fucking improvement. Big fan. Big fan. The third passive probably comes from the second class that we pick then, right? With Penchant, restore 10 mana when an enemy within 2 tiles is defeated. We can stack her closer. And then we're just a mana beast at that point. Fucking cool. However, everyone, that is gonna be it for today. That is going to be it for today. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am almost sad that we're not playing Dark Deity tomorrow. I'm almost sad we're not going to be on DD2 tomorrow. Oh, no. Twitch, stop doing that. Twitch is being mean to me today. There we are. So tomorrow is normally my off day, but this week we have a bonus stream tomorrow. So please join us tomorrow. Grit and Valor is releasing, which is a roguelike mech tactics thingy that I'm going to have a look again. Look at. I say again, I haven't yet. I'm really looking forward to that one. That's why we're getting an entire bonus stream. However, if you want to see more Dark Deity 2 from me, that is what we will be doing on Thursday. Thursday and Friday will be more DD2. This bloody game has really captured me, and I am so happy for it. Massive improvement. What fun. Thank you all for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Let's take you all and throw you at... Where are we going? Where are we going? Mecha? It's more mech, less mecha. It's not like Animu mecha. More mech as in stompy, like guards, like Imperial Guard mechs. Think about them like that, right? Where are we going? You know what? Hold up. Let's see. Do we have like a DD2 stream that isn't like super spoilery? Yes, we do. Fuck yeah, I get to rate Tornus. I never get to rate Tornus. Fuck yes. So, Tornus is also on DD2. I think he's early in the game. He seems to be on mission 2. However, Tornus is playing the game on hardest difficulty possible. That's his shtick. Tornus likes to like really touch on games on like highest difficulty. He plays a lot of the same games I do, but with the difficulty cranked up through the roof. And he's fucking good at them. he's fucking good at them too. So I'm very, very happy to throw you all over there. Thank you everyone for being here. Have a great rest of your day or night or evening, whatever it is, wherever you currently are. And I hope to see you next time. Good night!